Holy crap, it's finally here. I know so many of you have been waiting for this show. It is going to be awesome. I even changed my normal dress. I'm usually very classy about this. I got my shirt, I got my tie, I'm ready to go. But this is about American war military history, and we got three vets here. We got guys that know their stuff, and I'm not a vet. My dad was, though, and this is as close as I can get to LARPing. And you guys have seen me dress up like, I don't know, I think I'm MacArthur. I don't, call me whatever you want. But I am so excited for tonight's History Showdown. We have an awesome episode lined up. We got three amazing guests, and I'm going to start bringing them in right now. And I'm going to go in order right now of the current poll. I just put up a poll, if you're looking in the YouTube chat, about who you think will win, okay? And it's pretty skewed right now because 77% like this guy. This is Nick, the Fat Electrician. Now you have a lot of you have a lot of pressure because you're at 77% thinking you're gonna win this thing. So what do you have to say about that?
I mean, I better win, I guess. I don't want to disappoint people.
All right, and then coming in second. Wait, I gotta see. And I know you want to put a joke in there. Oh, it did drop by 1%. Actually, they're tied right now. Okay, at 12% each. But we'll go ahead and bring Ethan on. Now, you are tied for second, which can also mean tied for last, but either way.
Listen, I have zero confidence in myself here, but I appreciate people voting for me. I voted for Nick. I went straight in there,
But we do have the Habitual Linecrosser on here, and I did have a comment. Someone said, I hope on stream Ethan gets to talk about the B-52 guy. What's his name again?
Oh, Grandpa Buff.
Yeah, Grandpa. Yeah, and he explained it to me off stream. So I'm getting caught up on the lore because I think they were very, it's brought in a lot of new viewers, and they're really trying to help me with the lore, and I really appreciate that. So, all right, but nevertheless, when he's not out on the front lines in Kharkiv, you can find him here sometimes, which is amazing. And that's Chris Cappy from Task and Purpose. Thanks for coming.
Good to be here. The low expectations make it's easy for me. I don't have to live up to much. So
you guys are you're not confident enough. But you guys are still tied. They keep the percentages are taking away from, Nick, but it's still staying even right here, 13%. So we'll see how it goes. All right. But these guys are prepped and ready to go. They have been briefed about how the game works. Again, this is History Showdown is the greatest. I'm already declaring it. History trivia show on the internet. I even saw the History Channel tried one and it failed miserably. So I hope to take that place. Maybe they'll buy the rights to this sometime, but we are about to get started here. So we'll see how it goes. Don't be nervous, guys. Now,
I've got to pee already. Let's do it.
Oh, gosh. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to show real quick the categories here. Now, we are going to have a good mix of stuff today because if you are into, again, military history and you like tech, you like some of the wars, that's what this show is going to be all about. And we even customized it a little bit because some of these guys have some running themes. Look at our go ahead and look at our board right here and you'll see. So we got World War I, we got Korean War, but we have learned something from watching these guys, and it's don't touch our boats. And so that whole category is about events where people touched our boats, and we know that in America it doesn't go very well. And then we also got tanks and we got Desert Storm on this one. So this is going to be the first round. Now, what these guys are going to do is they're going to see the question. They're going to buzz in. If they get it right, they're going to get the points. If they don't, it's going to be negative points. So we're going to
I'm going for the lowest score. It's like golf.
You got to swing big. Don't be afraid. There's so many points on the board. Do not be afraid to fail. Now, after this first round, we will go to a second round where points will double, which will make it interesting because no lead will be safe going into round two. And even the final History Showdown where these guys will be given a category and they will get to wager all the points that they have accrued in the game on one question that they'll only know the category for. So anybody can win. If you guys were here last week, we had Chris, Vlogging Through History, was on, and he was kind of dominating for a while. And then History Underground, JD snuck in. He did not get the lead until the final question when the USS Maddox tripped him up, and he won it on the last question. So we'll see how it goes. No lead is safe at any time. But yeah, you guys in the chat, cheer on your favorite YouTubers here. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and let's go ahead and start. You guys already know what I do. I let the chat pick the first question, and they want to go. This first one I saw was "Don't touch our boats," but they're going 500. So
hold on, I want to do you a favor.
Yes. Let's see.
Are we going to set aside time at the end to read some of the super chats?
We absolutely can.
Okay, so if you super chat and make Mr. Terry some money, there's a chance we'll answer your questions.
Yes, that's
thank
great.
you. Very
good idea.
I didn't want to have to commit you guys to any longer, but it's obviously amazing. These guys always have questions. I know what Nick would really like is some commie love questions. Something. Justify Ribbentrop Pact. What are some of your other favorites?
I don't know. What are the questions they usually ask? What is food? How come the lights don't work?
All right, okay, here we go though. Let's go ahead.
Right.
Don't touch our boats for 500. Let's see if you guys can get this one. Here's the question. The USS Pueblo is the only U.S. ship currently held captive, and it's in this country. The only commissioned U.S. ship. We went hard on this one. That's currently in captivity from another country. Who wants to go for it? Come on. All right, Nick.
What is North Korea?
That is correct.
Damn, I was just thinking that too because I remember I read about it.
I am always I'm so surprised because I was like, hey, I got to get some images and stuff. At least visually, they're taking care of it. I know it's like a trophy, essentially. But
well, there's nothing left in the galley, I can assure you that much.
You also don't have to pay the workforce. So there's that.
It's already out of the gate. Just I thought this was a you know what? I'm actually really glad that they gave this or we did this question first, just so you can get the get the flow going here. But all right, what that also means for Nick is you get to choose the next question and point value.
Don't touch my boats for 400.
Okay. I mean, you might be able to like
just sweep
trademark
sweep it.
We'll see. Okay, here we go. Don't touch our boats for 400. In this incident, a single bullet hole in the USS Maddox was enough to ramp up U.S. involvement in Vietnam. What is this incident known as?
What is
that Electrician was first?
What is the Gulf of Tonkin?
That is correct.
I've never even heard of that.
Gulf of Tonkin. You covered that basically. Yep. You know, this boat patrolling out there, and I guess they only one bullet from the North Vietnamese hit it, but we know what's the category called?
One stray bullet, and then fucking Fortunate Son starts playing.
Yes, and then it starts, and it's all it takes to go to war against the United States. Nice, Chris. You did come at second. You would have got that, I think, though, right?
I would have.
I didn't even want to buzz. I was like, "There's no way."
All right, Kay. Let's go back to board. Kay, you still keep control, though, Nick.
Don't touch our boats. 300.
Yeah, he wants to clear this out. You guys got to stop the sweep.
I know.
The German sinking of this passenger ship increases the U.S. appetite for war in 1950. Nick came in first. What's it called?
Oh God, hold on. The German sinking of this I don't know the name of the ship. World War I.
Ethan, you were second.
The Lusitania.
That is correct. That's right. See, there is a penalty for just. I mean, I guess if you just click it and then pray, it's essentially like pray.
That is a smarter strategy.
Right? Hope you get it later. But yep, the Lusitania, there it goes. Don't sink our ships. Now, technically, I guess this was a British ship, but I mean, it was coming from the United States. But we're doing it. By the way, I put it in parentheses because the whole worry that Germany had, and America promised that these kind of passenger ships would not have war materials on them. Interestingly, a few years ago, about a decade ago, I think, archaeology crew went down to the wreckage Lusitania and found there was a whole bunch of artillery in it. So it was being illegally smuggled into the war. And that's why Germany sank it. So it would take almost 100 years to figure that out.
They should have won the war.
Yeah. Didn't help. Didn't help.
No, didn't help him at all. You know,
All right, Ethan, your control.
We'll keep it going. Don't touch our boats. 200.
Okay, 200. Here we go. The blame for the explosion of this ship fell mainly on Spain, leading to the Spanish-American War.
What is the
bad Electrician? What was that?
What is the USS Maine?
That is correct. I debated putting Maine in, like, you know, mainly. That's why we put mainly here. By the way, I got to shout out the Professor What. He's one of my mods. He is a great writer of a lot of these questions. We did about half of them, and he likes to put in the little clue. So it mainly fell on Spain, but that is correct.
Well, crap.
Don't touch.
I had some points. And you know what? This is the thing. Those are the only points I'm going to get. I'm just got to try not to lose them all now. That's it.
I'm telling you, there's so many points on the board. You don't even got to worry about it. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. All right, Nick, you're up.
Just close it out. Don't touch our boats. 100.
100. Okay. It should be easy, I hope. The USS Arizona was famously sunk here, bringing the U.S. into World War II. That is Ethan.
Pearl Harbor.
That is correct. Pearl Harbor.
As soon as I saw Arizona, I was like,
okay.
just smashing that button.
There we go. I
right.
still have not been to Hawaii.
It is on my list. I want to go there. I want to see the Mighty Mo. I want to see the Pearl Harbor Museum. Like, it's on my list.
They got the cool thing where you can like walk, like whatever bridge, you can like walk out to. I think it's the Arizona, right?
Yeah, it is the Arizona. It's still leaking oil to this day.
Yeah. So, and the bodies.
Yeah.
Still there, basically a tomb. All right. Okay. I love that. Don't touch our boats.
All right.
So. Hey, now we got to change it up though. So
you know what? Let's go tanks for 100.
Tanks for 100. All right, here we go. World War II. The Germans had these two tanks named after big cats. What are the tanks? Let's see. Ethan, you're first.
The Panther.
Yes. Oh, there's two and. We're doing two tanks.
The Tiger.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My brain went Panther and Panther 2, and I was like, wait, no, Tiger 2, King Tiger. Shit.
Like I was cat animals. Now they did all get in there. It just came down to a click speed, perhaps. I don't know.
And then they have the mouse.
Joke. Yep. About, you know, it if this happens a lot, then whoever is last has some kind of internet issue.
I have a feeling one of my mods who goes by Weapons is in chat right now making fun of me. I just feel I'm not even looking at chat because it's a distraction.
And yep. And I don't know if we want to tell him. Are you still in the front of Ukraine, Chris? So I mean, you have an excuse.
That's why. Yes,
it
that's
being
the
a
reason.
little bit later. Why the internet's not going.
It's not that I'm a little slower.
You guys have a preference on these tanks? What do you like?
Tiger all day.
Put them both right there. Like the Tiger.
Because the Tiger had the German 88 on it, didn't it? Or was that the King Tiger?
I have no preferences on losing tanks.
They both. How about just aesthetically? Because you got like the boxy versus, it's a little bit more.
I do like the welded hull over the cast.
It looks nice.
Yeah,
it does.
I like them when they're in flames.
That's fair.
All right. Well, what do you want? You want to keep going tanks? You want to switch
We're
it
gonna
up?
go tanks for 200.
Okay, tanks for 200. Here we go. The M1 Abrams saw its first action in this conflict. Ethan.
Desert Storm.
That is correct.
I was hoping you weren't specific, like the Battle of 73 Easting or something like that. I was like, oh, shit.
Wait, you know it? The first one?
Was it 73 Easting?
I don't know.
I'd have
couldn't tell you.
I know, like Abrams and Bradley's just punked the living shit out of the Iraqis in 73 Easting.
They did so many photo ops. When you go and look up, this tank and look in images of just making sure you got the tank on, like the oil fields. There are so many badass looking pictures. You could tell they just really wanted to make that.
That appears to be, that looks like an M1A1. That's the 120. So the A1 variant is when they switch from the 105 to the 120.
Okay. All right. What do you feel?
I'll do tanks for 300.
Okay, let's do it. Tanks for 300. The designation of many Soviet tanks begin with this letter, Ethan.
T.
That is correct.
T models. T34.
What does the T mean?
I literally just think it's tank model. I honestly think so.
Lame.
That right there is a T34.
It's, what do you mean? I don't even see a tank here. I see
it's super camouflaged.
It's camouflaged.
I'm getting as many points as I can right now because the other categories I'm not very. Is that guy shitting behind it? Oh no, never mind. I thought he was pooping back there.
Like no, I think they might be pushing it. I don't know.
That dude's pooping.
That dude, I was like, I saw that.
Oh wait, Oh, right here.
The guy by the front fender. He's like, get away! Go get me some toilet paper.
You guys ever see that just glorious Russian movie T-34?
I
the whole
wanted
thing
to
takes
watch it.
place inside the tank.
Oh, it's so the tanks are like Tokyo drifting and stuff. It's
Oh, I want to see it now.
Oh, it's super fun. Like, great if you have a community movie night on Discord or something. It's a blast. It's
You know what movie needs to be remade is the Final Countdown, where they sent the Nimitz class back to World War II.
Nice.
Yeah, that movie deserves a reboot.
And what I like about it is I think the Russians, they're like, yeah, this is badass. This is cool. This is like how it was. And like, don't make fun of us. Don't laugh at us. Okay. All right, you're keeping it though.
We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna see if I can sweep tanks.
Okay. 400. This British tank model was the first to ever see combat. All right, what is it, Ethan?
Oh my God! Oh, the
Too late.
Never
Next.
mind. Oh,
Chris.
Challenger?
I don't think so, unless you can challenge what I have. You may.
It's the only Challenger tank that I know. Might be the negative.
I can see the tank. It's the boxy one they used in World War I that had the guns on the side and stuff. Like, I can see it.
I don't know the name. I know that it was just referred to as tank because they were disguising the name, trying to make it sound like a water reservoir, but I don't know the actual name.
Oh,
The Mark I.
I could see that in my brain, but I couldn't freaking remember the name of it. I wanted to say it was a T1, but I was like, no, that's not right.
I mean, I think there is some charm to this thing. I mean, remember, it was simply just to get through no man's land. I mean, offensive maneuvers, now you're not going to really get anything like that, but hey, you're just trying to get through no man's land.
I mean, but it's iconic because
it is.
Nothing like that was ever seen in warfare. Can you imagine like the Prussians or the Germans seeing that coming across their no man's land?
Freak you out. You might be so stunned. You guys see the new All Quiet on the Western Front?
No, I haven't seen it.
On Netflix?
No.
Okay. Oh, you guys have not? Okay. You got to see it. It's incredible. But yeah, they showed that like they have a scene where it's like the first time they've seen tanks, and the Germans are just like crapping themselves. Intimidating. All right. Nobody got that one, but what do you guys think? Should we finish it out?
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's just go ahead and finish it out. By the way, thank you again for the super chats, guys. You guys said they might hang out. If you got questions or anything, we'll hang out, I guess, and talk if we got the time. But I will make sure to shout out everybody. Okay. All right, but here we go. You guys actually might be mad that I put this in here, but here you go. This modern French tank went into production in 1991. Come on, y'all don't know your
Leclerc.
Wait. Okay, Ethan. Yeah.
The Leclerc.
Oh my God, you are right.
Leclerc.
I did not know if you knew about your modern French tanks.
So the only reason I know that is because the first 3 years of my career was a 19 kilo, and we had to do Armed Forces vehicle identification. So we learned like the Leclerc, the Challenger, Leopards.
Awesome. I'm glad we got it. And I was like, oh no, do we put a French tank? Will these guys make fun of me?
The one I can never remember the name of is the Italian one. It looks like an Abrams and a Challenger had a baby.
Don't know that one.
Yeah.
All right, we did finish that category out though. Okay, so what are you feeling this time?
Oh, let's try Desert Storm for 100.
Okay, Desert Storm. Here we go. For how much? Sorry.
100.
100. We'll start here. The invasion of this country by Iraq led to the beginning of the conflict. Ethan.
Kuwait.
That was Kuwait. He got in quicker. Chris was in there just a little bit after. Yep, Kuwait's. I like to talk about the context of this because it just came after the very disastrous Iran-Iraq war, where Iraq did not get a lot of the oil-rich territory they wanted. So what do? You head somewhere else.
And then get folded like a lawn chair in 72 hours by Storm and Norman.
Yep. All right, you still got it.
Desert Storm 200.
Speaking of which,
he
was
my gosh,
the commander of the U.S. Central Command in the war.
Nick.
Who is Storm and Norman Schwarzkopf?
Yeah, I'm glad I did want to require the Stormin part. So
he hated that nickname. He preferred to be called the Bear.
Really?
The Bear.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't rhyme, so sorry.
That's a very strange picture of Schwarzkopf. Like every time I've seen him, he's in camouflage and he looks heavier. Like he looks thin there compared to the way I normally see him.
Okay. Dude, he's massive. He's got a higher IQ than Einstein.
I mean, the guy's he's very good at planning war. Like I can't even be mad at the guy. Incredibly. Is he even still alive?
No.
No. Okay. All right, that was good timing for that one. All right, what do you like?
Desert Storm 300.
Okay, let's do it. Desert Storm 300. Operation Granby by this nation was the largest European involvement in the war. Which country is this?
Who is the UK?
Yeah, is correct. Yep, they had the biggest operation for a European country. Yep, in Granby. So
it accounted for 3%.
The UK.
Yeah,
you gotta, you know.
I was gonna say Canada, so I'm glad I didn't guess.
Okay,
but you said European because I'm never mind.
You should have just rephrased it. Which country was the best at watching on the sideline?
All right, let's see. All right, Nick, want to continue or
let's go Korean War for 100.
Korean War. Okay, I like this. Okay. Korea was liberated from this Axis power after World War II. Ethan was in first.
Japan.
That was, yep, they were under Japanese occupation. Yep.
The only reason I know that is I read a book a long time ago about how, like, right before World War II, the U.S. dignitaries like all left Korea, and the U.S. like leaned over to Japan like in the 1930s and was like, "Hey, I would take that territory. It's pretty good." We kind of handed it to him. I feel bad.
It's like too soon. All right, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go Desert Storm 400.
Okay, we'll go back to Desert Storm. Here we go. He was the United States Secretary of Defense during the war. Secretary of Defense. You guys have 10 more seconds to think. Who wants to pull the trigger?
God, I have a guess, but I don't want to risk 400 points for it.
Yeah, I'm in the same position.
Weak. You might. I don't know. So we'll see if you kick yourself on this one, but it's Dick Cheney.
Damn it, I was right.
I had Colin Powell. So
Powell. He was not a defense
a lot.
Sure
all right.
does.
Okay, no one got that one. Let's do this. Chris, you pick.
Let's go with Desert Storm for 500.
Okay, here we go. This is the one you're going to get back in. Here we go. Again, there's so many points on the board. It does not even matter right now. Okay, we are going Desert Storm 500. Here we go. This was the name of Saddam Hussein's party. Oh, yes, Chris.
Ba'athist.
That is correct.
Oh, I was going to say losing.
100.
Yes. All right. Ba'athist party. Okay.
I've never even heard of the Ba'athist party.
Yeah.
Keyword.
I only know that because that's who we were fighting over, the remnants of the Ba'athists.
Yep.
We stayed in an old like Ba'athist building when I was deployed there.
Love it. I'm so glad we got connections. Get everybody involved here. All right. You get to keep control though. Go ahead, Chris.
Ooh, how about Korea for 500? Let's go hard. Let's go crazy.
Okay, Korea 500. Here we go. The U.S. This U.S. Army unit conducted most of the airborne operations of Korean War. Do you guys know your historical units?
Like the most of?
Yeah, they did the most of that. Conducted most, so they did the majority of it. These guys, I'll tell you, it's a triple-digit number. It is. Oh, okay. Ethan, you
the
came
101st?
Nope.
Brave.
Balls. 173rd.
Nope.
What?
All right.
82nd?
Nope.
Definitely not 3 digits.
Yeah, definitely
I'll see you guys later.
Most infantry answer on the planet.
It's 3 digits. 82nd. I love it, Chris. I'm so glad you're
Indy's
here.
the number, okay?
Oh my God. That's all right. I mean, they were a unit, so that's cool.
I originally wanted to say Task Force Smith, and then you said 3 digits, and I was like, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, unless
that's not
I
fair.
don't know what their
count
unit
to
be,
2.
and I just went off unit, so we'll see. We wanted something challenging here. See if you guys.
Oh man, that one.
I don't know how much when you're in the military, how much you guys learn about like the specific regiments. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never even heard of the 187th.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What do you think of their patch? It's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Is that like parachuting into hell? I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's.
Can I pick?
Yeah.
Since I'm at negative 400.
Yep. Oh, sure.
Okay. Korean War for 400.
Okay, Korean War for 400.
He's just trying to nickel and dime all our points.
The Marines that fought at Chosin were given this nickname. Ethan.
The Frozen Chosen.
Oh wait, that is one of the names because I had another name though.
That's the one I had too.
Were you going to say Frozen? I'm going to give it
Yeah.
to you, but I like this other one too, and I forget because it makes sense. It makes sense to totally what you guys. But also known as the Chosen Few.
Oh yeah,
I like that one too, and this is a good one. Yep, because they are getting frozen here. So
they lost more to the elements than they did to the Chinese, and that's the easiest way to explain the Frozen Chosen is the Marine Corps was farming the Chinese for XP. That's what they were doing.
It's like
with Tootsie Rolls.
We shouldn't. In the chat, I did see both things showing up, so that's good. Good. All right. Let's see. All right, Ethan, you had it. So what do you like?
You know what? Let's mix it up. World War I for 100.
Okay.
I'm not good at World War One. It's
okay. Well, we'll find out. This president kept us out of the war, but then requested a declaration of war. He's the president during World War I. He gets a lot of hate these days. Now I feel dumb if this is a 100-point question.
These days?
I'll just try. I've got nothing to lose.
His legacy is
Wilson?
getting worse. Yes, you're right. His legacy is getting worse as time goes on.
I was going to say Hoover, but I was like, I'm way off. I know I'm way off.
Wilson. Yep. All right. Excellent. Okay, you keep it.
Let's do World War I with 200.
Okay, World War I for 200.
Increase the stakes.
Let's do it. This telegram led to the U.S. entrance to the war. This infamous telegram. I'll give you a hint. No, got it. It was from Germany to their ambassador in Mexico. Named after the foreign minister that signed it. The British intercepted it, gave it to the U.S. so it would piss them off and join World War I.
I can't remember the name.
Zimmerman telegram. Zimmerman telegram. You
know, I've never even heard of that thing.
They say,
I want to learn about it.
No, you should. So it's basically the United States is out of the war. It's like 1917, right? Beginning in 1917, right? Very tough time in the war, and the Germans are all but convinced that at some point, the Americans might be joining this thing. And they're like, we got to have a plan B. So they're like, all right, I got a great idea. Let's tell Mexico that they should start a war with the U.S. or at least distract them. And the incentive will be, hey, after we win the war, we'll help you take all that territory America took from you in the Mexican-American War. Yep.
That would be a crazy alternative timeline.
Yep. So the British...
I think Mexico was smart enough to realize, was it before or after World War I that Patton went to Mexico City looking for Pancho Villa?
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, it would have been right after.
It wasn't
before.
It wasn't
1907 or 14 with Pancho Villa.
Right.
Was it Patton or was it Pershing?
I swear to God, it was Patton.
No, Patton.
I think it was
engaged in that.
Yeah, he was a lieutenant at the time.
I don't know if he engaged directly with Pancho Villa, but he was, helping in that.
Yeah, they were hunting for him.
Yep, they were hunting for him, and it said then he was like, "Hey, I have a cool new idea for warfare. You know how cars were just invented? Let's put guns on cars."
God, he's such an American. Just a fucking Chad with stars.
And then I think the tank light bulb went off in his head, once World War I gets going. But
oh yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the British intercepted this because they were spying on every telegraph line. Showed it to the Americans, say, "Hey, Germany's trying to get Mexico to start beef with you. You guys should join the war." Totally.
I'm really bad at World War I, so I'm gonna try here.
See, World War I's my favorite. By the way, Mexico never entertained the idea. They're like, no, that's stupid. But the mere attempt of it is one of the final things that pushed the U.S. into the war. All right, let's. What should we do? You know what? I want to keep going with Chris.
How about 300? Take one more step up that stairs.
Up the ladder. Here we go. J.M. Flagg created this famous poster featuring this famous relative. I can tell you it's simpler than you think.
Uncle Sam?
Chris, that is Uncle Sam. World War I, that's when this
Zero, baby!
Yeah!
I'm back!
Let's go. Yep, recruitment poster. This is when Uncle Sam came around in World War I. He loved it. Look at that. Uncle Sam, love it. I like how intimidating he looks.
I'm like, World War I political cartoons were brutal.
Oh, they're so good.
They were violent.
Oh, they were amazing. Love sharing that stuff with the students. So, All right,
Oh,
we are to 0, so that's great. Want to keep
climbing.
going? What are you feeling?
Let's keep climbing, Terry. 400.
All right, here we go. Also known for the economic plan named after him after World War II, he played a major role in planning the Argonne Offensive. Even named an economic plan after World. Okay, Fat Electrician.
Marshall.
That's right. George C. Marshall. Later on, you get the Marshall Plan, right?
I've never even heard of the Marshall Plan.
That's
Marshall
the billions
Plan's
we
shit,
threw
homie.
out to
Rebuild
West
Europe.
Germany after World War II so they don't turn communist.
Berlin Airlift, bro.
Airlift, baby.
Hmm.
Yep. I was naming stuff, after these guys. So
I haven't known any of these World War I ones, man.
Let's go Korean
we're
War
tied.
for 200.
okay, Korean War for 200, but we are tied right now for first. So here we go. Korean War 200. This currently serves as the border between North and South Korea. Ethan.
What is the 38th parallel?
That is correct.
I was in Korea. Ha ha!
Oh, yep. There it is. 38th parallel. Very, very close to how it started. So just with millions of people dead with no real territorial change. So that's sad.
All right, I want to feel like a real boy. I'm going to finish up the Korean War for 300.
Okay, Korean War for 300. Here we go. General MacArthur's amphibious invasion here is considered the turning point of the war. Chris.
Icheon? Icheon?
I'll give it to you. Incheon.
Incheon.
Yep. Incheon.
I'm glad you got it.
I
was gonna
can't
say
pronounce
Incheon.
anything, so.
Nick, what do you think of MacArthur?
Not a fan.
Oh, yeah. You think he's overrated as hell, right?
No, I know he's overrated.
That was interesting. Yeah, I remember covering that. That was good.
Not a fan.
So Truman. Right to fire him, do you think?
Absolutely. He should have been fired sooner.
I think he should have been fired after the Baton incident.
I don't know that he should have been 70 within that position, period.
So you think he shouldn't even finish World War II?
Right.
Like Baton, like after Baton, he should just be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See. You also like he was saying just nuke everybody else, after the war. Just hey.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. We'd have a lot less problems without, part of
China,
that.
Soviet Union, Korea, just nuke them all.
I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
All right, we only have one left, but on this round, it is World War I. Here we go.
Take that one.
Here we go. See if you guys know your aces. He was the top U.S. ace of the war. You guys know your aces.
What if I know his nickname but not his name?
I'll be honest, I don't know his nickname, so we might be on different pages.
He's like, oh no, because I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking, Nick. I can almost guarantee it.
He's U.S., the American.
Then that's wrong for me. Okay.
I'll go for it. Frank Luke, the Arizona balloon buster.
What'd you say for his name?
Frank Luke, Arizona balloon buster.
So. Eddie Rickenbacker. Top ace.
Damn it, I knew that.
Okay.
And then afterwards, he made a popcorn company. No, it's Orville Redenbacher.
That was his his son. I don't know, maybe his son. All right. Okay, so check this out. We are now moving to round 2. All the points are doubled, and we got new categories on the board. Here's what we got. We got World War II, the Vietnam War, aviation, NATO, and the War on Terror.
All right, 2-minute pee break. I gotta go.
Okay, go. No, it's fine.
All right. Actually, 2-minute pee break for me.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm gonna get some super chats going here. So
yes, I'm wearing pajama pants. Don't judge me.
Chris, how you feel about that? You're into the geopolitics. I'm hoping
NATO is good. I don't do much history. I do a lot of current events.
Let's hope for this. NATO. How you feel about a NATO category?
I'm ready for NATO.
Okay,
bring that NATO category.
I wanted like some more geopolitics, but you also know the history of NATO.
I think so. I hope so.
We'll be good. All right, let's look at some super chats. Okay, I've asked HLC and AC. Any of y'all know a way to get in the services with bad eyesight? Okay, I'll have to ask these guys when they get back, or if you know too, Chris. TFE has me mad inspired. Love the content. Do you know anything about that?
When I was in, you could get in with bad eyesight. It depends how bad, but they have, you got to wear the BCGs when you're in basic. They'll tell you about the BCGs, the birth control goggles. They called them.
I think they're hot.
Big, yeah, those are fire.
Hey, the super chat question was he has bad eyesight, but he wants to enlist.
So popping up there, I like that. That's
yeah,
hot.
what do you guys have any advice? Is there anything he needs to really worry about?
Did you guys wear BCGs?
Depends on the level of bad eyesight,
right?
And if it's correctable, if you can wear glasses, like you can't wear contacts because like CS gas when you go through the gas chamber in basic training it'll melt them to your eyeballs. At least that's what I was told. I've never seen it happen.
Yeah.
I would say, like, more than anything, talk to a recruiter. Like, I'm dead serious, because they want to help you. Like, they have to obviously get people in the military, and if that's something you want and you're willing to make, sacrifices and changes in your life, I would talk to a recruiter.
I was actually laughing at this next one because we'll do one more here. Nick, how many tax write-offs do you have in the background?
6.
They will be going in.
I want you all to know, I don't care if I lose all my points. I just want to do better than Nick in the World War II category. Like, that's all I care about.
Okay. We'll just end the stream after that.
Yep, that's it.
Well, let's do this then. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the score. So leading right now is Ethan, 1,400. Okay. Nick's got 700. And Chris has 300. We're going to go ahead and let Chris choose. And while you guys were gone, I'm thinking the NATO category might be good for him. We'll see.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Actually, let's start with a little terror. Let's start with
War on Terror.
War on Terror with 400.
Let's do it. I know you guys are going to be, connected to this a little bit. Wait, how much did you say? Sorry.
400.
400. We'll do 400. War on Terror. Here you go. This Iraqi, quote, ace in the hole was executed in 2006. Ethan.
Saddam Hussein?
That is correct. That was when the execution went down.
Got him.
He was picked up October 13th, 2000. Hold on, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tikrit, right?
I don't know. The only reason I have that memorized is because like my battalion was one of the ones that like helped find him. So they had like a wall as soon as you walked in and said, "We got him." Yeah, 122 infantry was a part of that.
Friend of mine who was over there got to go and see the hole, that they took him out of. And not fitting, I guess, for a person of his political power, at least not at that point in his life.
There's a great meme of it. Saddam in the hole.
Yeah. Saddam in the hole.
I don't even want to touch the aviation category because I know if I get any of those wrong, I'm going to get roasted. Like, I'm going to get so roasted.
All right. Yeah. What do you want? What are you feeling?
Let's go War on Terror 200. Let's step it down a bit.
War on Terror for 200. Osama bin Laden was killed in this country. Ethan.
Pakistan.
That is correct. Popped over there. Well, they say he wasn't in a place longer, probably 2 days or so at a time.
I was in country. I was in Afghanistan when that happened. I remember we were pulling into Kandahar airfield. This was 2010, I think, is when he was killed. And we were pulling in, and there was a dude wearing nothing but like the Ranger panties, like the super short silk shorts, and he had PT belts, like 7 different colors wrapped all around him, and was just going to every truck he saw, ripping open the door and saying, "We got him. The war's over." And I was like, "Bro, cool. Geez. I got patrol later. Like, I got stuff to do, man." Like,
thanks, man. We'll move on. All right. I also heard they found he had a lot of anime.
Really?
And apparently he was an anime fan. I heard that. He liked it. I also didn't know he was that tall. He was like 6'6", they said.
Yeah, I
had no idea.
I used to mess with the locals. Like we'd just sitting there doing nothing, and the Terp would be standing next to me, and some Afghan dude would walk by. I'm like, "Hey, you seen this dude, Osama bin Laden, 6'8", 50 pounds? Like, that's what I'm looking for."
Like, no, we haven't. But all right. Yep, you're keeping it.
War on Terror 600.
Here we go. This operation launched on October 7th, 2001. What's the operation called? What did they name it? Right after 9/11. All right, Ethan.
Operation Anaconda?
Nope.
Operation Iraqi Freedom?
That I think that goes into it. You have half of what I have. I want to.
I know what it is. I was thinking.
Okay, wait. The operation name.
This is where I. do I go with it or not? I think if you know what I'm talking about, Ethan, be nice. Should he get it?
I don't think so because they were
Okay.
2 different theaters.
Because I want to know if if it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, you just got thrown under the bus by your friend. So
I'm sorry, man.
All right,
Chris, you didn't even hit it.
I don't know the name of the operation.
Enduring Freedom.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what they.
I thought there was like a specific.
Yeah, that's
like
what.
that one.
Oh no! Whatever. I don't know. Is there
And
another?
then
I thought I was going to get it wrong. Yeah.
Change to it would inherent resolve and
I guess
Yeah,
Iraqi Freedom. That's going to be a little bit later, right? Technically.
Yeah.
But,
Hold on.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You can challenge it.
Enduring Freedom was not part of Iraqi Freedom.
It's
What was
more
it?
encompassing, right?
What was the question again?
It was, and I have a date. I wanted
Launched?
to make sure. This operation launched October.
Yeah, we
2nd.
didn't launch Iraqi Freedom until 2003, so I knew it wasn't that.
Oh, you're talking about the Afghanistan.
Yeah, Afghanistan
then-
war
yeah,
was
yeah.
Enduring Freedom.
Right.
I mean, if you want to give the points back to Nick, it's
I
just
just
that to me.
We can move on. It's fine.
I hope this game gets decided by however many points that was. We'll come back to
Oh,
it. All right, let's do this. By the way, that puts Chris in second.
Good.
So we'll do this. Since somebody got it, and you have justifiable gripe here. Nick, go ahead and pick.
World War II for 1,000.
Oh, okay. He wants to get right back into it.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. I forgot what I put in here. Let's see. This is the largest uninhabited U.S. island right now, but it was occupied by the Japanese in 1942. All right. What is it, Nick?
What is? Oh my God, my brain just went blank.
Another answer went in.
Volcanic ash. It stands for sulfur. in
It goes
Japanese.
What is it?
Iwo Jima.
What?
Iwo Jima.
Iwo Jima.
No.
That's no. Oh no.
The U.S. owns this. Nope. This is why it's 1,000, by the way. It's the largest uninhabited U.S. island and was occupied by Japanese forces.
Oh, I completely misread U.S.
Yep.
It's got to be
Okay, it's just for fun now, but
Midway.
no, it's called Attu
Attu?
Island. It's off it's out of coast of Alaska.
I've never heard of Attu
I had
Island.
never heard of that either until one of my helpful writers pulled that one out of his butt. But yeah, it's technically part of Alaska, and the Japanese occupied it. So
Wow, it looks like we're all just losing points this round.
Mhm.
Like
I like
it.
What I like is that you guys are trying. I think
Yes.
I did
Okay.
find this map. I did think it was interesting that they have a part called Massacre Bay.
I'm now genuinely curious about why it's called that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yes, yeah, Attu Island. So, yep, it was. But the U.S. owns it. Does the U.S. own?
We still own it. It's ours.
Huh? U.S. owns this, but U.S. doesn't own. I mean, you guys said you misread it, like Iwo Jima or.
Yeah, I didn't
Midway.
read the U.S. part.
Midway's tiny. You can barely fit a airstrip there.
Right.
Anyway, okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Nobody got that one. I'm just gonna mix. I'm gonna mix it up. Ethan, I'm gonna give it to you. You haven't picked them yet, and you're winning. So, by the way, this is super close.
Okay. Let's go Aviation 200. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Aviation 200. Okay, here we go.
Oh man.
Yep, all having to do with aviation. This was the nickname of the bomber used at Hiroshima. What's that called? All right, Ethan, or not Ethan? Sorry, no, Nick.
Oh.
Nick, it's Nick.
What is the Enola Gay?
That's true.
Mm.
You know the guy.
Yep, I was right behind him there. I was like, had the word partially, and you're like, Ethan, no.
Sorry, I saw that you clicked, but the first one was there. Enola Gay, named after, was it Tibbet's grandma, mom? I forgot who actually she is. Which I don't know.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
All right, let's. Same with you.
Aviation for 400. Let's keep it
Aviation.
going.
Okay. This jet's nicknamed the Eagle. Nick?
What is the F-15?
That is correct.
He clicked quicker than me.
Literally, didn't you do a video on this today?
I did.
Or what
Not
do you
today.
do? Okay.
We've both done videos on it.
But
Yeah.
like today, like within a day, didn't one of you do? Or no, it might have been a different jet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it. He pops up for a short period in the video that's on Pepperbox. It'll be live on YouTube tomorrow. But
all right, F-15 now. Okay, crawling out of the hole. Next guy.
Aviation 600.
There we go. This is the most widely used jet used across all 3 branches of the military. Ethan.
F-16.
No. Let's see, Nick.
Oh,
Most widely used jet.
Yes, it's used.
I was gonna.
The most
I was
used,
gonna.
but it's used across all 3. Army,
Oh
Navy,
no!
and
I was gonna guess F-16 too.
Chris, you want to take a stab?
I'll get it wrong if I do.
Okay. The Lightning, F-35.
Oh,
Super.
I almost said F-18, and then my brain went F-35. I was like,
Mhm.
oh
Yep,
my
F-35
god, I
Lightning
can't believe
too.
I just did that. Yeah, F-16 is only Air Force. Oh my god.
All 3 branches. Love this.
Yeah,
Very adaptable, and I think they have different versions for.
yeah, they got the ABs,
like
A, Bs,
the
and
Navy one,
Cs.
this one, that one. Very cool.
Oh, I'm gonna hear about that one for my
That was
mods.
good.
Oh
That was a good
man,
question. I did not write that. That was one of my mods. I like that. See, I'm okay. I mean, I didn't want everyone to get every answer right. I think this is make it even more fun.
oh man.
Guess who's in the lead? By just by existing.
Just by not hitting the button.
it's like breathing air.
Yes. And because of that, I want to give you control of the board on this one.
Okay, let's go. Let's get crazy here, Terry. Let's do NATO for 1,000.
All right,
my
NATO
God.
for 1,000. Good luck, guys.
Mm-hmm.
With Finland and Sweden recently joining, there are this many members of NATO now.
32.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead, say it. Say it again, Chris.
32.
Holy crap, you are right.
Yep.
It is 32 nations. Awesome. You even knew the number. That is great. Yep, with those joining. So there we go. They told you.
Yeah, but like, okay, hold on. Iceland doesn't even have a military, okay? So they disbanded it in 1865.
But
I liked it that piece of history that like while the US was kicking our own ass, Iceland was like, no, we don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of it.
I like what this could mean for this whole category, by the way. If you're nailing this stuff. We got the geopolitics, okay? All right, what are you feeling? You want to keep building on this?
Let's try 800.
Okay, NATO for 800. Here we go. This aspiring member currently has a membership action plan. I think they were invited to the action plan in 2010.
I'm probably gonna
go ahead.
I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but I mean, I'm not sure if the technicality of it, but I think Ukraine has a action plan.
I don't know if they do, and that's not.
No.
Unless you can prove that. Unless you can prove that one to me. That's not what I had on this one. Unless you can look it up. Anyone else want to try?
No, I'm good with not losing any more points. I'm
It is a very technical term. I'll be honest. I have no idea what a membership action plan is, but or why they're not.
I'll be curious to know what it is.
Okay,
which
because it is Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia.
Yeah. And I think in 2018, like they had the invitation, something like in 2010. I was just reading it today, and it's like 2018 where they like officially were like, okay, we're now
it's a long process.
Action, yeah, like they're starting that. And that was, but then like Sweden and Finland, like overnight, pretty much.
Yeah,
because it depends a lot on the conditions. If you have like a rebellion in your country, it takes longer, that kind of thing.
Okay, because I was wondering how like they're getting screwed over. The others get to just go to the front of the line. You know what I mean?
You know, I deserve this because I gloated and like did that at the end of the first round. I deserve this.
We got too confident.
Go for it. All right. Let's. You know what? Chat. First one to put up a category and point. We're gonna give it to them. Let's see how we got.
I think we're all avoiding Vietnam because I don't know that much about
Nick's
Vietnam.
drunk chatting in the chat. All right, first one I saw was World War II 800. Okay. Here we go. World War II 800. Known as HAP, he's the only person to hold a 5-star rank in 2 different branches of the military. I did not know.
Oh, God.
It seems like something you would have a video on, though, Nick, but maybe not. You guys know your World War II generals?
Oh, God. Can I say his first name without hitting the buzzer?
like a free guess? No, but it is Henry Arnold.
Hap Arnold.
Yep, Hap Arnold. I didn't know about this guy, so
I've never even heard of him.
no. But 5-star and 2 branches. Holy crap! I don't know if you
Go
have to
do something else with your life, homie.
Yeah.
Go get a GS job or go work at CIF like all the other retirees.
I'm just gonna start letting my guesses fly because every time I don't, I'm fucking right.
That was what you were thinking.
Yeah, I said it.
The Jeopardy rule is last names. I guess are okay. I don't think first. I mean, if you go off Jeopardy rules, I mean, whatever. But it's last names work. But all right, let's go ahead and you know what? For just a moral victory there, Nick, we'll let you pick.
600.
Okay.
World War II.
World War II. Here we go. We can do it was the slogan of this riveting gal. Ethan?
Oh my
Rosie
God,
Riveteer.
You know her. It is Rosie the Riveter.
I'm back. I'm back. Now I'm not guessing ever again.
You're still 100 points behind, though. So we'll see.
You're right.
Guys, ton of points on the board. Look at all this. There are thousands of points.
You know what? Let's go for broke. Aviation 1000.
Okay, broke. Aviation for 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This was the only American plane used in World War I. What's it called? I guess this is what Rickenbacker would have flown. But yep, it's the only one.
My brain is like going through just every plane that I know of from that long ago, and I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, well, it's the
Model T.
DH-4.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have got that right.
DH-4. Look at this guy. Can you imagine?
My brain was like Polycarpov PO2.
Throwing hand grenades out the side of that?
Yeah, pretty much. Just dropping like darts, like, you know.
I dig the straight pipe headers, though. I dig the straight headers.
I saw some, yeah. I think it's got some like swag, like some class to it. I do like it.
Definitely a 1,000 question right there.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I figured so. But all right. Could have been a game changer, though.
Could have been.
All right. Let's see. How should we do this? Let's go, Nick. Let's get Nick back in the game. What question is going to put you right back in?
Try Vietnam 200.
Okay. Vietnam 200. Here we go. This North Vietnamese offensive caused many Americans to think the victory was not as close as previously thought.
Tet offensive.
Chris, that's correct. The Tet offensive. The whole narrative that we look at historically is, you know, TV, military was saying, hey, the war, like, we're doing really well.
It was a failure of an offensive.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a military failure. But in the media era, people turned on their TVs and said, holy crap, I didn't think this could happen to us. Even though
my brain was thinking the Battle of Quezon On, so I was way off.
Fine. Yep, Tet offensive. On a holiday, Tet. Yep, all right. I put you're up to 700. Okay, what would you like?
Vietnam War 400.
Vietnam War 400. Here we go. This lengthy North Vietnamese supply route ran south through Laos and Cambodia. Nick,
how do you say the Ho Chi Minh Trail?
That is correct.
You gave those points to me, and you said him, so like you can take them from me.
Oh my God, I did it wrong. Oh shoot, it was Ethan. Ethan, were you actually going to say that though?
I was going to say Ho Chi Minh Trail, but give Nick the points if you want to. I don't know if you can deduct them from me.
No, I can.
He screwed me. I don't know why. Me earlier. It works out.
I clicked the right person. So, you guys want to split it?
No. I mean, he can have them. Yeah. He was one who hit,
even though he wasn't first.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Stuff happens.
Nice.
You're human.
Nice. I like their sound.
That makes me feel not good.
All right, errors on me, and now I know I clicked the right one, but I said the wrong name. Gosh dang it!
Let's go Aviation 800.
Okay, Aviation 800. Here we go. This helicopter is considered the workhorse of the Vietnam War. That is Nick. Yes.
Oh no, my brain just went blank. Shit.
Nope.
No.
What is the UH-1 Huey?
That is correct. Yep. The Bell UH-1, also known as the Iroquois or Huey. was the workhorse.
All right, that felt better.
War
I'm so glad he froze on that one. That
I'm
one was
so
good.
mad at myself.
Chris, you have that one too? Were you going Huey?
Yeah.
Nice. Good to know.
If you would have gotten like if you'd have said no, the Iroquois, like, oh no.
Yeah. Cue unfortunate son. Here we go.
Yeah.
Can't even think about that.
Let's swing for the fence on this. Let's do War on Terror 1000.
War on Terror.
Ooh.
Okay. War on Terror for 1000. All right, here we go. I forgot what I put in here. Oh, he was a recess appointment. He was the U.S. ambassador by George W. Bush for this war. But he was a recess appointment as UN ambassador of the United States. He's the one who basically had to go justify it to the UN. Everything there.
Oh my God.
You'll remember his face at least. All right, yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Colin Powell.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Oh
No.
Nope.
No?
Look, UN ambassador.
Who did Colin
Bolton.
Powell
Did I screw this up?
Who did Colin
John
Powell
Bolton.
address? Because he said it was like the most painful moment of his life because he was against it, and
I don't know if he was the ambassador though to the UN, right?
Oh,
Google University. Here we go.
Is he the Secretary of Defense?
State or defense at that time? Was this defense? Anyways,
That's what I was gonna say too.
you guys remember his? Remember this guy?
He's got a wicked mustache.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
I have no idea who that is.
mustache. John Bolton basically said the UN are babies after he was done with his appointment.
Huh.
All right, let's. Nick, we're gonna let you get right back in. I want you to pick again.
Oh God, Vietnam War 1000.
Let's do it. Here we go. Buddhist monk set himself aflame in response to this Vietnamese leader's rule.
Oh,
Leader of South Vietnam.
oh.
This made national or global headlines here. Do you guys remember? I'll take the last name too. United States supported this guy till he was just too bad and probably led to his assassination.
Oh.
In DM. Leader of
I was definitely way off on that. Like my brain was trying to pull. For some reason, I wanted to say Da Nang, but that's a location.
Sometimes they're named after the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's go. How did chat do on this one? No, we got people in chat. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pick it. I want to go back to the War on Terror. Here we go. 800. He was considered the ringleader of the 9/11 attacks, and no, it is not Osama bin Laden. Go ahead, Ian.
I know this guy. Wonder of ISIS.
The ringleader.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
No,
Fuck.
is your ISIS guy, though.
Yeah.
I remember the mugshot. This is worthy of 1,000 points too. Muhammad Atta. This is him. He is considered the ringleader of it. They got them all together.
I clicked it right as you said it's not Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that was my first guess.
The
Yes.
ringleader. Okay. It's still very close. All right. Ethan, you pick.
I'm going to do NATO for 200.
NATO for 200. Here we go. NATO was founded in this year. Do you guys know when it was founded? This one, NATO. I didn't have a good 100-point question, so I bet you all could be in the ballpark for sure, though. 5 seconds. Who wants to try it? 200. It's 200 points. Not going to kill you. Not going to hurt you. It was all right. Go ahead, Ethan.
1946. Yeah, well, I took a shot.
Nice try. 49.
Balls.
49. Interestingly, it was the same year the Soviets tested their first nuke. So that definitely ushered on the process of wanting a military alliance. So they're like, yep, time to do it.
Dang.
Yep. And then the Soviets respond with the Warsaw Pact, right? All right, let's do this. Let's see. Nick, your control.
Vietnam 800.
Vietnam 800. Here we go. He was the U.S. Secretary of Defense during the Vietnam War from 61 to 68. Big heart of it there. He had a great part in his hair. He really did that a lot. Wore glasses. It was very slick. He looks like a I don't know, salesman.
Nope.
Here we go. McNamara. Robert McNamara.
Oh yeah,
You remember? Died.
The Whiz Kid.
Yep, there he is. The War Room. Can't think of that without that. All right, we have low numbers left. You guys written out all the big numbers. There was a lot of points there, but we still have some, and we are going to have the final showdown question. So let's see. Let's go ahead and we're going to give it to Chris. You're winning right now. You can keep.
Let's go with the Vietnam War for 600.
Vietnam War for 600. Here we go. The Ohio National Guard killed 4 students at this university that were protesting its U.S. involvement in Cambodia.
The University of Colorado?
Nope. Not Colorado. The hint in here is going to be it's the Ohio National Guard.
Oh.
I don't like I want to say never mind.
I called it the
Ohio
Kent State
State.
shooting or massacre. Kent State.
What I was thinking.
They shot the hippies.
I'm winning by default. Aha! Oh no, you suck again, Chris.
There are 600 points left on the board.
Fortunes
Before the final
change.
showdown. There, 1,600 points left. But we'll keep with you, Chris.
How about NATO for 600?
And NATO 600. Talk about indecision. This nation pulled out of the military structure in 1966, but returned in 2009.
France.
That is correct. It is France.
Charles de Gaulle.
Do you know why they? Is it just a de Gaulle thing? Like I was
Big
wondering.
de
I didn't
Gaulle
look
thing.
into why they pulled out. Then they came back in 2009.
Yeah. Like, there's a whole. I won't bore you with the. Well, I guess you guys wouldn't find it boring. But
I wouldn't, but I don't know about Ethan and Nick. They're like
I won't hold up the
let's
game.
blow stuff up.
I would not have known that.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
I didn't know until I was, we were looking into this. That was another one from
If I was forced to
Yeah,
guess, I
help
would have
it.
said like Poland or something. I had no idea France left and came back.
I did not either. What
I was going to guess
Okay,
Turkey.
go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, let's go NATO 400.
NATO for 400. Here we go. Fascist until 1982. Perhaps nobody expected this country to join NATO, but they were fascist until 1982. Nobody.
I have nothing.
expected
I have
it.
nothing to lose. What is
Go ahead.
Turkey?
Hold on. Let's see. It's Nick.
What is Turkey?
Nope.
Oh,
Not fascist. Yeah, I guess they weren't
Good
fascist.
guess.
They weren't fascist enough.
It's going to be something like
Spain.
He was there a long time. The guy, this fascist leader, actually heard Nick say it. It is Spain. Franco. Yep, Franco.
I was thinking Italy. I was like, maybe
Not
we just
long.
didn't get rid of fascism without, with Mussolini.
Yeah, that ended pretty quick. So
Yeah.
after the war. All right, that was Spain. All right, we just got World War II left. I'll go ahead. We're just going to clear it off. Let's go with 200 right here. He said, "I shall return" before evacuating the Philippines. Ethan was in first.
MacArthur.
That is right. You wish you didn't return, Nick? Or...
I mean, it was fine to return. I think it's annoying that he gets
Him.
credit for it, like he had any say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Do you guys really fault him for? I mean, the Philippines
Leaving? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
So
Bataan and everything?
here's the thing. The big thing with MacArthur is everyone's like, well, is he going to disobey orders from the president? And he did in Korea.
Right.
But that was when it was revolved around glory and not revolved around him almost dying during the Bataan Death March. So,
Right. Okay. All right. Last one before the final showdown. It is World
do
War
it.
II. Here we go. Many argue that World War II marked the end of this great event. Go ahead, Ethan.
the Great Depression.
That is correct. Yeah, a lot of people say it's not. It wasn't really until the war that really ended the Depression. Okay. All right.
Right.
So here's what's going on. With that, by the way, you took the lead.
I know.
Okay, so check this out. This is going to be the final showdown time. I'm going to give you guys the category, and I don't know exactly what they're going to give. I don't know what they give you for wagering.
If you have nothing,
Negative 2,700. I mean, maybe they give. I don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe they'll get you to 0. I can't tell. I don't know. But let me give you guys the category, and you can decide your confidence level here. Okay.
All right.
The end of the Revolutionary War. The American Revolution.
That's
the American Revolution.
Not my wheelhouse.
You know what? I no matter what I lose, I still can't lose as bad as Nick. So I'm going all in. Let's do it.
Okay. So this is where you gotta, protect. You can try to just protect your lead, or whatever you want to do. American Revolution, specifically the end of the American Revolution.
How much did you wager?
Oh, you don't have to say.
No, okay, fine.
But we will say in a second.
Well, okay.
All right. The British surrendered here in the final battle of the American Revolution. I can't let the music go too long because I think I'll get DMC'd. The last battle of the American Revolution. This is where George Cornwallis surrendered to Washington and the Americans.
Oh, well, I shouldn't. Yeah, well, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I might get part points, maybe.
All right, we're just waiting on Nick, who's Googling the answer right now.
No, I want to say cow pens, but that's not it.
Final battle of the Revolutionary War. By the way, no looking at chat. They are spamming it. All right. You guys, the answer is the Battle of Yorktown. Let's see what the answer was.
Am I close?
Chris says he forget, which I don't think counts. Ethan says Virginia. Incorrect. The Battle of Virginia. It was there though.
I mean, it was in Virginia. I knew it was in Virginia, but I couldn't remember.
They blockaded it there.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. York. I'm giving it to you. I will give that to you because that is most.
Oh my God.
Battle of Yorktown.
I don't even know what happened.
Yes, it was Yorktown. There we go.
How much did you wager?
Sigma Hill or anything. All right, let's find out because we don't know what you guys wagered. Let's check out who won History Showdown. The answer is Task and Purpose. Gets it.
The underdog came in.
Scores were
all you guys in chat saying that I suck.
Very good. 69. Oh, wait, 690. Nice. Let's see. Ethan ends with a glorious.
AC went all in.
0. That's all right.
I did. I was like, you know what?
I heard you
end up as bad as Nick.
And Nick is, you're now named Wayne Gretzky because
I love it.
100% of the shots you don't take, and I absolutely love that. So that was fantastic. All right, Chris, you were the least confident. You were the one that said that you felt the least confident, at least in your historical abilities. And I don't know what this game means. Again, if you can just sit out, and I mean, you click the ones that you liked, and you got some wrong, but I don't know. What do you have to say in your victory here?
There's a couple of things that I got wrong that I'll probably never live down. Like
what?
I don't know how to count. I thought that 2 was 3. I'm sure that will end up clipped and put all over the internet.
Oh, no worries. Let's see. Nick, you have final words?
No, let's read some chats.
Okay, you want to do it? Okay. Are you ready for some commie stuff? You might get some.
Oh, God.
They might come in here. By the way, guys are no obligation to stick around. We want to keep hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, Nick never hangs out with me any other time. So
I mean, I told you, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and do some super chats. I appreciate you guys doing that, hanging out. All right, let's see what we had, because I'm sure we're gonna have some fun stuff. What questions you guys got for these awesome guys? All right, next one. This says, Mr. Terry, how long till you're on the Unsub podcast? Hey, I told them I'll come out. I'll hop on a plane anytime these guys want to invite me. They want to teach you. Now that you're, is it you guys? It's in San Antonio, right?
San Antonio, yeah.
Yeah. You want to, maybe just rag on education. You're like, hey, the Department of Education
we're going to get
shut down.
We're going to see Mr. Terry White Claw drunk.
I hope so.
Anyway, all right. This one's for Habitual Linecrosser. Will you ever make an episode that features Thunder Screech? TFE made an episode on it. For TFE, will you do a video on Maryland 400? Do you guys know this stuff?
Go ahead, Nick. You first.
Yeah, I mean that's on the list, but the Thunder Screech is just going to be somebody screaming if he does that video.
I'm trying to figure out the right time and way to deliver it, because it's, you know, something I've learned in this creator space is when people are anticipating something, the pressure is a ton. So like you want to make sure that delivery is perfect. So
by the way, I do have to interject that yeah, Nick, you did clearly win the poll. At the ending poll here was 74%. Was for
Good.
you.
I'd love to disappoint.
We're getting the win. And in some validation, Chris, you ended last in the poll, but you won. So just another evidence you guys polls don't matter, I guess, when it comes to
you know, Nick won the popular vote. He's gonna, you know, make
the popular vote.
Yeah.
He did not win the electoral vote.
I won the electoral vote.
Yeah.
It feels like an electoral victory.
That's awesome. All right, next one was, hey, HLC, what is the system used to attack Ukraine's flying storefront? Also, bold prediction, Terry will win.
It was a Tor M1. They fired the missile, and I don't know, it could have had a stuck fin or all sorts of different stuff, and it just dive bombed right into a storefront.
Right on. All right, thank you for the super chats again, you guys. Thank you so much. All right, Corin von Draken. Great name, by the way. Says to TFE, will you ever consider some battles from World War I, like the Battle of Doran, or older periods, or some of the other groups like Polish Hussars? I'm sure you're up to anything, but you know.
I mean, yeah, I consider everything. It's pretty much just whatever I get into at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
You guys realize you're an outlet for his tism, right? Like he likes learning about history.
Yeah.
So he just finds something and dives in.
What's the oldest thing you've covered so far, Nick? Would you say
the oldest thing?
Yeah, like
Revolutionary War.
Which war?
Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the oldest.
The Battle of York. That's right.
Cowpens. That's why I wanted to write Cowpens.
In that last one, I was thinking Bunker Hill, but I was like, that started it.
That was
like,
the beginning.
You know, yeah.
Yep. Yorktown was the end. Reese just says hello. Thank you. Hello. Vasily. Hello. Abrams. OP. Please nerf.
Well, I will say, you know, I love that as a tanker, but on the same time, I got to give credit where credit's due. And that tow missile off of the Bradley, it just put in work at 73 Easting. It really did. I think they destroyed more armor than the Abrams did.
I saw communism in this one from Tanner Mullins. Actually, communism is pretty good. Oh, not just playing. USA. Love you guys. Can't wait to see Mr. Terry on Unsubscribe Podcast. Guys,
all of this was correct.
Into existence. Okay.
They're just gonna spam you into existence on there, and it's okay.
That's what they've been saying. Apparently, think I do good with your crew. I know you guys scare me. You guys are a little intimidating. I'm not very buff.
Have you seen me? Yeah, it was like you just got to drink, and I mean,
I'm 5'10". I don't know you guys. You know, you guys down there are. So if that can,
Nick is 7'2". I'm 5'5".
You just retired from the NBA. So.
Yeah.
Brandon Garza, $20. Thank you so much. Great to see my 4 favorite YouTube guys all together. Thanks for all the laughs and distractions from the suck. Much love to all you. Yeah, we'll absorb the suck for you guys.
I'm great at it. I suck to suck.
And Chris literally experiences the suckiest of the suck, going out, putting your life out on the line. They were talking. I don't know if you want to talk. We were talking about this off stream, but you know, Nick asked you, Chris. You can tell the public if you want. How on earth did you convince your family to let you get out there on the, that far up on the front of Ukraine?
They're very supportive. They're just super. They understand it comes with the job a little bit, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for like 3 years. I've been covering the war in Ukraine for like so long that it's hard to talk about something when not fully understanding and being there is very different.
What did you? I mean, just real quick, what did you come away from it being out there?
I came away. I just had a very small piece of the picture, but I felt like all the Ukrainians that I talked to, like they feel like they're losing pretty badly and that they're in a tough spot. And that I think they're really hoping that the war ends soon.
Yeah. Like under almost any conditions kind of thing. They just want it to be over over. Is it to that point?
If I'm Ukraine, I want that war over yesterday.
No matter what. Yeah. Yeah. How does that track with like when the war started? Like, was that?
Oh yeah, their expectations have changed. Yeah, their expectations have changed.
That's what I would think, happened there. So, anyway, all right. Let's see. Robin St. Pierre out of Canada. Is there a Geneva suggestions category?
Robin is good people. He pops into my stream pretty regularly.
Okay. So this is referring to something I don't know. Is this an inside thing?
So Canada, notoriously, many things on the Geneva Convention have been placed there because of Canada. I want to say it's close to a third of the entire Geneva Conventions is Canada's fault. Like I think that's about accurate.
What's the most Geneva of the things on their list?
One of the ones that I really like talking about is, I guess two quick things. One, in World War I, the Canadians, this is also against the Geneva Convention now, wasn't back then. They threw canned food at the Germans who were starving, and the Germans, gladly accepted it, threw it into their trench, and they're like, oh, hey, can you throw some more? And they did, but they threw grenades right on top of it. So they baited the Germans in.
You talking about the Canadians?
Yes, the Canadians did that.
Canadians?
And then
grenades with food.
And then in World War II, they had captured, I don't know, I want to say it's like 50 to 100 Germans, and they had no way to do POW operations and secure them. So they just executed all of them. They just
politeness is just a front. It's just to lull your sense of security.
Is that what they're doing? They're trying to Holy crap. All right. Thanks, Robin. All right. The White Trash Panda, $5 bonus round. The U.S. Infantry Division uses the swastika as their sigil until 1939. Is that true?
There was one. Yeah, I forget the name of the unit, though.
They use
but
it.
I've seen the patch.
Good. You all know, okay, chatters, you all know that the Nazis not invent the swastika, right? This thing.
I want to say it was the 7th, because the 7th changed to an hourglass. I want to say it might have been the 7th Infantry Division. I might be wrong, though.
Hey, even the way it's saluting the flag. Have you ever seen that back in the old days in the U.S.? They kind of used the Nazi salute.
Roman
salute. They used the Elon Musk. They used the Elon, All right. Thanks. Reese comes in. I asked this on HLC's podcast. How different do you think 42-43 would have been in the Pacific if Japan knocked out the oil and fuel reserves at PH? No Doolittle raid, no Midway.
That would have drastically changed the speed at which the United States could have entered the war. So the third wave of Japanese planes was supposed to hit the oil reserves in Honolulu, and they didn't for whatever reason. There's speculation that they called them off, that they had trouble. There's a bunch of different things, but it would have we probably would not have been able to enter the Pacific theater until right around the same time we entered the European theater.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, let's see. This is from Robert. Ethan and Nick, have y'all tried to get into the contact with Dugway Proving Grounds? That's actually in my neck of the woods. I did testing there for 3 years. Let me know. That's out in Utah. So they still blow a lot of weird stuff up there.
There's a proving grounds and testing area in Utah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing else there, but
yeah. So basically, west of Salt Lake, all the way to Reno, Nevada, is nothing. And yeah, they did all kinds of some testing there. And there's big, scary looking Area 51 runways, and every once in a while you hear some weird aircraft or something. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, they had nuclear stuff there too. So we could talk. See, they obviously hit it very well.
Yeah, we got giant swaths of land where nobody lives.
Yep, that's where it is. However, there has been some they've done some investigations where in certain parts of Utah, maybe within those wind patterns, higher levels of all the crap that comes from testing, like cancer and those things we found.
Everything causes cancer that the military uses.
True. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, so they keep going on the Geneva suggestions. Okay, so he came right back.
Oh yeah, good old Robin. Yep.
Chris, better win, repping New Jersey.
He did.
Hell yeah, brother.
Good. I used to live in Medford, New Jersey.
Where's that? Whereabouts is that? South
Jersey by Cherry Hill, not too far from.
Okay.
Philly, so
I'm closer to Central.
In the Central. I was a kid then, and I've learned that New Jersey is basically two New Jerseys. That
are you from New Jersey?
I'm not.
I'm from Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't hear the accent.
yeah, and I don't. And when I talk, I don't do this when I talk. I don't have all the
Chris, you know who else is in New
making
Jersey?
people say water.
yeah, right.
Water.
A dead giveaway.
Chris, you know who else is in New Jersey? Is Anthony, badge 502. He's in Newark.
Yeah?
Yep, he's up in Newark.
That's not far at all from.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. You should reach out to him. Good dude's awesome.
Yeah, totally. 'Cause I don't know that many creators that are in like the Jersey area. A lot of them are in New York, of course.
Yeah, he's really good guy.
Close enough.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, DC says there were no pics taken of OBL out of respect. What's OBL?
Osama bin Laden.
Oh, Osama bin Laden, yeah, taken out of it. Well, I mean, was there much to take a picture of? I don't know. How obliterated was he?
I mean, this is the thing. When you send SEALs to do anything, they're going to write a book about it, and they did. So, like,
yeah,
it's just kind of what happened.
Yeah. All right. Hey, HLC and TFE. Where to next on your show on Pepperbox? Do you guys have another trip planned?
I think we're going to the Nimitz Museum outside of San Antonio. They have the only remaining, I don't think I can say the word on YouTube, but Little People submarine from Pearl Harbor. You literally can't say that word on YouTube. I found that out the hard way.
Oh, you will get flagged?
Yeah, you'll get flagged.
Okay. Thank you for doing that. So,
but they have that, and it has a Pacific War Museum. It's actually in the hotel that Nimitz grew up in as a child, so it's pretty cool. So I think we're going there next, and then we might also have Jack Mandeville give us the tour of San Antonio history. So we'll go out to the Alamo, and then I think we're going to go to the hotel where Teddy Roosevelt assembled the Rough Riders.
Oh,
so should be pretty cool.
They made an N-word submarine. Which country was that?
They did not.
I'm sorry. I saw the joke. I had to go for it.
Chris, do you have any overseas stuff or any other trips you're doing?
So I'm in the works to plan on a trip to the border, but probably not the Mexican side. Probably check out the safer side.
The Canadian side, is that what you're saying?
Yes, that border.
Good.
Go see if the guards are there. If Mexico also is going to put the 10,000.
They better.
And, all right. Okay. No, that'll be some good reporting. What are you hoping to kind of get down there? You just want to like interview some people?
I'm going to try to embed with some of like the National Guard or the different active duty units that have been sent there, and just try to talk with them and learn what's going on with the murking the cartels situation.
Okay. Good stuff. All right. Let's see. I'm still very disappointed that TFE and HLC missed the SecDef during the Vietnam. McNamara was a bum, but a damn good general. They didn't like that you missed. See, this is when the people say, yeah, how did you not know the thing?
I will admit my Vietnam history is not great. That's like my World War I history, just not very good.
Nice. All right. We can all do this one. Most overrated historical figure.
FDR.
Oh, okay. Okay. More than I guess MacArthur, right?
Oh yeah, by far and away more than MacArthur. MacArthur's not in the running for best president ever while doing horrible shit consistently.
Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
You hated the New Deal?
Did I? Yeah, no, I wasn't really a fan of the idea of we should take U.S. taxpayer dollars to pay farmers to burn crops and slaughter pigs to throw it away while people were starving to death. Yeah, that wasn't a great idea.
Control the prices, right?
That's a really hard one for me to answer. I was going to say Kim Il-sung, but he's not overrated at all. He's a terrible, evil dictator.
Alexander the Great.
Mine's kind of funny just because I get crap for this, but Napoleon, I actually find him a little overrated.
Doesn't like short kings.
He was way too ambitious. He was trying to just recreate all his ancient heroes like Alexander the Great and trying to be some new form of them, and whatever. Okay, he was good on the battlefield. I get all that, but and overrated is the question. He's rated.
It's FDR.
People put him at S tier. Okay, so we got. By the way, I'm going to put whatever you guys want to say. I'm going to put it into a poll. I do want to get the chat, so we're going to add FDR. We'll add Napoleon.
Oh God. Okay. Other reasons.
I just want to see what happens.
Confiscating.
That's your number one.
No, I'm adding to it. Confiscating gold via executive order. After the New Deal got shot down because it was unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, he threatened to pack the Supreme Court so that he could reinstate it. What else did he do? Social Security, put 125,000 Japanese Americans in internment camps with no due process, labeled 600,000 Italian Americans as enemies of the state, forcing them to have a curfew and being subject to confiscations. What else? Off the top of my head, FDR hid his disability so he could run for 4 terms, literally had to die to get him out of office like a dictator. People credit him with getting us through World War II when he died before World War II ended. So he didn't even get through World War II. How he got us through World War II, I have no fucking idea.
Polio.
I'm actually thinking like
you guys, Chris, Ethan, do you guys have an overrated person?
So for me, I'm actually going to go. So it's not somebody we rate highly, but it's somebody that is rated highly by others in the world. Joseph Stalin.
Okay.
You think he's overrated?
But not by us. Like we know the piece of shit that he was. I'm just saying, like other people in the world think that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I'm like, he's really not.
At least with him,
ironic. The communists don't even have bread, let alone sliced bread.
Yeah. Chris, you got one?
Yeah, Alexander the Great. Yeah, he conquered that territory, but he barely held on to it. He was like out 5 years later last.
I mean, yeah, he died. You know.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was
if you're going to conquer and create that empire, you got to hold on to it.
Alexander the Okay, is that what you want to?
Alexander the So-So.
Alexander the Marginal.
Yeah. Alexander the Mid.
Yeah. All right, I'm putting the poll up. Okay, let's see by the end of our chats and stuff.
I just want you to know, part of the reason I threw Joseph Stalin in there is because compared to all the rest of you in there, like pretty much if they don't pick Joseph Stalin, they love communism. That's what I was getting at there. So.
Oh God, FDR. Look at this.
Nick made a really great case. I gotta say, the way he laid that out was very persuasive.
Yeah, you can tell whose community showed up the most here. Nobody's picking mine. Well, Napoleon Stalin kind of low. More Alexander. All right, we'll check back in with the poll. All right, let's see. Oh, guess what? Robin out of Canada also super chatted. Really wants some Geneva suggestions.
Really wants the Geneva suggestion.
You know what? That might be a great when I start doing the other rounds of this. Maybe we'll do a Canadian war crimes.
Yeah, there's plenty to choose from. I will tell you, there's a lot of them.
Category there. All right. Whoa, Nick, this guy's your neighbor, or he was. Hey, Nick. Hey, bro. I used to be your neighbor. I used to live in Clear Lake, across from I-35 from you. Sick.
You guys ever watch Parks and Rec?
I've seen some, but not a lot.
Okay, so you know how there's like Pawnee and Eagleton, and Eagleton's a really nice. It's me and my wife have joked about this for years. So Mason City is the town with like the Walmart and all the shopping and all the industrial jobs, and then Clear Lake is the town with the lake where all the doctors live with their big fancy houses on the lake.
Okay, which side were you on?
It's Pawnee and Eagleton. Oh, I live in Pawnee for sure.
Oh, okay.
Mason City.
Heck yeah, let's go. All right. Oh, bonus question for us. Okay, thank you, Big E. $5. Bonus question. This aircraft served as the U.S. testbed for forward-swept aero-elastic wing design and shares common elements with the Russian Su-47. I have no idea.
So the Su-47 is the Bearcat.
Su-47.
Or Berkut. Okay. I don't know how to say it, but I don't know. I know they made it like a forward-swept wing design a couple times in the U.S., so they tested it. I cannot think of it. It's not the YF-23.
I don't know. Do you guys know? Oh, by the way, Nick, here's a comment for you. Go.
I agree. I mean, there are a lot of communist sympathizers that think he's awesome for whatever reason.
Have you spent any time on Twitter, man? They love that fucking joke. They're down in Uganda with their no running water and their electricity like 1 year a fucking.
Yeah, but do they have a 4-year degree in sociology? So who's actually right?
Maybe. Sophia just says hi to everybody.
Hello, Sophia.
Sophia, thanks for hanging out.
Hi, Sophia.
Terry for Pepperbox. I didn't even know what this was until I saw you guys starting putting content on. So I don't know if I do the kind of stuff.
Well,
they want some history showdown. I don't know.
Yeah, mild to moderate nudity on there. So
where is that? Where we?
Yeah,
you got put the spicy stuff.
Oh, I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, it's
I gotta go. Episode going up tomorrow. I gotta change now.
yeah. I was like, I literally have 15-minute episodes that are just uncomfortably close shots of my balloon nut. Like that's all it is.
Maybe I can put on my. I had my podcast idea was hot tub history.
There you go. That's what
it would
we're
just
getting
be,
there.
but it wouldn't be like the good probably type of hot tub. It's not like a Twitch hot tub stream. It'd be like historians and old guys, and we would be hanging out in a hot tub. It wouldn't be sexy.
Wearing the trifold hats.
Who do we got for most underrated?
Ooh, underrated?
Overrated. Who's the most underrated?
Ooh.
We'll stick with military.
Oh, okay.
And high-ranking politicians. Emperors.
Underrated.
Oh, wow.
Chat, what do you? Okay, we'll end this poll though. Okay, FDR did win at 56% there. Second was Stalin. Okay, and then my Napoleon. Okay, it only went 12, or 10, but yeah, Alexander 12 there. Underrated. Okay, if you guys need some inspiration, we're seeing some stuff here. Omar Bradley, Ulysses S. Grant, Truman, Eisenhower.
I was thinking Grant, but I don't.
Truman and Grant are both underrated for sure.
Patton's in here. You can't put Patton for underrated. Like he's already in the conversation.
I feel like if it was from Washington's perspective, Patton would be underrated, but like everybody else loved the man.
Sure.
So,
and underrated, you guys in chat means not like someone that's cool or good.
Someone that people don't.
Yeah.
Yes, something that's been overlooked.
Most people do not like. An unpopular opinion.
God, I have so many. I can't decide.
I guess.
I understand a lot of the Woodrow Wilson hate, but I don't like people put about like the bottom tier for it. I actually didn't have a lot of problems with what I've learned about his approach to World War I. Yes, there's the racist stuff around Woodrow Wilson, and yes, he did create some of the other things that we had, but I think he is. I don't know if underrated is right, but he's hated probably too much. But there's plenty of things I disagree with. I say that.
I don't know if I would say underrated, but God damn it, he's on the $20 bill. I can see his face.
Jackson?
Yes.
DJ?
Is Petraeus too recent? I feel like he's pretty underrated. He basically cleaned up the war on terror, and the casualties in Iraq like plummeted with his plan.
Well, I think that's also a matter of perspective, because like I hear Petraeus, again, I never worked with him, was loved by his troops and the people around him. It's just Washington.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting these in here though. Let's see. All right, Petraeus.
I'm torn between
he was in my last history showdown. Petraeus.
I'm torn between like Percy Hobart for the British.
Okay. You have your whole channel is full of
terrible Terry Allen was fucking awesome in World War II. I'm gonna go with like Schwarzkopf as my official for most underrated. Like, if he could have literally dragged his feet and did a little bit worse job and made the Gulf War last 6 months, and he'd be like revered like Patton was, but he was so good he handled it in like a couple days and nobody even noticed.
That's actually a good one, because like Desert Storm, everyone's like, oh, that wasn't even a hard fight. Yeah. Why?
Because he's that good.
Yes, like it's a symphony of destruction. That's what I love. Like the more I learn about the Desert Storm, it's so good. But
Ching Li, super underrated.
My case for Andrew Jackson is yes, he was, I think he was a lawyer, but he was like a lawyer who would go out in the back and like beat your ass. He didn't have hundreds of pistol duels. He had two notable ones, one of which where the guy died. But he also cheated, and that's why the guy died. He was shot first, his gun jammed, he recocked and then killed the guy. He then like was in several, like dozens of bar brawls, one of which he was shot in at like 60 years old. He was shot in this bar brawl. And then he went and fought the guy like a couple weeks later and years later and beat the guy. And then while he was president at 65 or 68, an assassin with two pistols tried to kill him, and he charged him with his cane and beat the assassin's ass. Like that's my case for Andrew Jackson.
I do like the inauguration party he had at the White. Was it him that had it at the White House? And it was like open invitation to just
the bathtub ended up in the front lawn
like in the
or some
yard.
shit.
Yeah,
All the windows are broken. People are jumping out. I think he had to sneak out of a window. He's like, it got way too high, but people were like, dude, free party. And it was just booze everywhere. Like,
I want a president that can throw a rager. Like, that's the man's underrated.
Well, populist. By the way, Norman Schwarzkopf is killing it in the poll right now.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah. With Patrice and Jackson pretty close there. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. Let me try to do this. Oh, did you know that if you say communism 3 times, Nick activates?
This is true.
He appears.
I'm working on a jingle for it instead of doing the communism 3 times because I feel like the joke's kind of run its course. Like, I'm going to do something like, I have some communism and I need Nick now. I'm working on it.
Quite a joke for having a funny skit you wanted to make. And now every time somebody posts anything pro-communist on Twitter, people tag me and say communism 3 times. It happens 50 times a day. Legitimately 50 times a day.
I'm sorry, man. Like, it was also part of the unsub joke, like, for introducing you, man. Like, I didn't know I was going to create that lore. I had no idea.
It worked. Yeah, thank you, Miller, for that one. MTM Jedi. Hey, Nick, we ever considered Douglas Monroe, the Coastie to serve Chesty Pullers?
Only, I think he's the only Coast Guard guy to win the Medal of Honor.
Oh, okay. I don't know about him.
He's a big name.
Where did he fight?
Was it Guadalcanal? No, it wasn't Guadalcanal. Was it Iwo Jima?
It was World War II.
Yeah, but he was a machine gunner on a boat, and like Chesty Puller and his men were getting like pinned down by the Japanese, and they like ran their boat aground to block them and
probably Guadalcanal.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Chesty was being a savage at Guadalcanal. Threatened to shoot a Navy pilot of a landing craft that he was on.
Why?
Because they were taking too much heavy machine gun fire, but Marines were pinned down on the coast, and Chesty commandeered a destroyer, called in the gunfire himself at like danger close to his Marines, and then boarded landing crafts with his Marines, drove out there under gunfire, and the pilot wanted to turn around and started to, and Chesty pulled out his 45 and said, if you don't keep going, I'm going to shoot you, and I'm going to keep going. So Chesty was a shit.
Those are nuts. Kyle, $5. Mr. Terry, need to do the story of Sergeant York's self-propelled anti-air tank.
Fun fact.
What?
I'm doing that video this month.
Oh, you are?
Self-propelled anti-air. How does it self-propelled?
It's a tank. Self-propelled is just like whenever you have it's not a tank, but it's a big gun on tracks. That's a self-propelled piece of artillery or self-propelled anti-aircraft.
Oh,
so it's basically a tank to the layman. It had 2 40mm Bofors on it and could auto track porta potties and politicians. It was a whole thing. I'm doing a video on it.
Sounds like you're ready to do it. That's awesome. And they named it after York, right? That's awesome.
Yeah, there was you got to watch the video. It was just not good. It didn't turn out. I don't want to give anything away, but
if I haven't heard of it, then I mean, not saying I'm not a military history expert, but it sounds like it didn't take off like they thought.
It did not.
Okay.
No. I thought it worked perfectly.
Awesome. All right, Chuck. Yeah, but that wasn't real communism.
This is true. It never is.
That's the keyboard.
Never is.
Cue the keyboard. You got the keyboard by you.
Where's the helmet?
Yeah.
Helmet's over there.
That's all right. All right. Oh, wow. $50. Holy cow. Matthew Brown. Thank you so much. That's very, very considerate of you. Really appreciate that. Question for TFE. Have you heard of Kastner's Cutthroats, aka the Alaskan Scouts?
Yes, I have heard of them. Yes, it's a really cool story. I looked into it. The problem is, like, one of the best sources on it is actually fiction and not nonfiction. And a lot of people fuck that up and they think that the book written on it is a true story, but it's loosely based on it and made up. But Kastner's Cutthroats during Alaska they knew that Japanese spies were going up into the Aleutian Islands and the super wilderness of Alaska, and they didn't have anybody that they could train to survive in those environments. So the U.S. Army basically went to a bunch of lumberjacks and like shoremen and the dudes that were already living there, and were like, here's some guns and money. You do whatever you want. If you see Japanese people, let us know. So they were running around fucking up Japanese spy parties and stuff up in the Aleutian Islands.
I wonder if I think that's where that island, Atu Island is. I think that's part of that chain, right? Yep. So maybe they saw some action there. Thanks again, Matthew. That was really, really generous. I really appreciate that. Mega Mobas 999. Thank you. The Battle of the 73rd Easting was really a true flight of the Valkyries moment. Also, don't touch our beep in boats. Those are great categories.
It's strange that we're so particular about just that. Like, you hit our tanks, you know, like you hurt our people. Like, I mean, even the Beirut bombing, like, don't get me wrong, it was awful, but there wasn't really a lot of repercussions from it. But that one time Iran just left a sea mine, like, but I try and tell people, usually our boats are like the second casualty, and I think that's why it happens, because like usually we always de-escalate first. So I think there was something that had happened. The Iranians had attacked one of our ships, and we were like, "Hey, everybody, chill. Let's be nice." And then we hit a sea mine, and we're like, "Cool, I'm going to just ruin your entire navy now." Like, that's not
Operation Praying Mantis, right?
Yes.
That was one of your first videos I think I saw of yours, Nick. That was great.
Yeah, that one went like super viral completely on accident.
Yeah.
I uploaded that video, and then like 6 hours later, because the title was America Obliterates Iran's Navy. And like I uploaded it and everything was completely fine. And then like 6 hours later, Iran did something with a U.S. naval vessel in the news cycle. So everybody I had a ton of comments being like, "This is fake news. I'm not seeing anything about this on CNN." I opened the video saying it was in like the 70s.
It was when they attacked that ship, right? Whatever ship. So that was kind of interesting. I remember looking, like, when people were recommending your channel, you know, the videos came up. I was like, this one has way more, like, a lot of views. I'm like, this one has absurdly large views.
Yeah.
And then even that one of my reactions, I think that also like caught the algorithm. And
every time you bring up America's boats, somebody says the word proportional, just like that. And because of that damn video.
Proportional response. All right. Let's see. All right. By the way, super chatters, I think we'll try to slow it down. I know I got a few through, but I don't want to, again, keep these guys forever. But I really, really appreciate everything. This one just said, found Mr. Terry from the Fat Electrician reactions and completely think Unseb needs another history session. Okay.
We can do that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That is super generous. I'm so glad you were able to find the channel. And again, always thanks to you guys for being cool with me covering your content. And
of course,
I really do appreciate it. Yeah. And most people are cool with it, but I just want to, special thanks to you guys. Have been cool with that. So. All right, so we've got some other questions and stuff. HLC, have an idea for Thunder Screech. Layer voice shouting like 900 times.
Just
have fun editing.
Stagger it. And like every frame, just
layer it.
Yeah. I could just turn on echo and just crank it as high as it'll go.
Thanks for that one, Alan. Bisconia says, Fat Electrician, Mr. Terry, HLC, everybody are some of my favorite YouTubers. I love your guys' videos. Sorry, I've never heard of Task and Purpose. Are you kidding me? Well, Task and Purpose is a whole big old deal. You got a bunch of people. You guys do news. You do, everything.
I will tell you guys. So if you've never heard of Chris from Task and Purpose,
oh my gosh,
here's what you got to know. Number one, he saved 15 babies from a burning building.
Holy cow!
Number two, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. Number three, when he was in Kursk doing the report there, Russia actually did a ceasefire because they were afraid that they would immediately lose the war had they crossed him. I mean, those are just some simple facts. Chris, I'll let you take it. Anything else?
I'm glad. It's always nice to hear that new people hear about the channel. I'm glad. I'm assuming that they're going to check it out, but please check it out.
I've only covered 1 or 2 videos from you, so at least from my community doesn't know you as much. I want to do more again because you do a lot of the modern stuff, and when you dip into the history stuff, that's especially what I like. But why don't you go ahead and tell? Because I think these guys, community knows these guys way more than you.
Occasionally dabble in the history stuff, but it's more of the like current or post 1980s.
Yeah, I mean, literally, look, he's got the flak jacket. By the way, did you feel like that was, like you say, behind you? Is it like a flak jacket at all? The press jacket? Is there any protection there? Or?
I took the plates out. The plates over here.
But
this is a piece of shrapnel from a Russian 152 that I brought back with me that I got through customs.
And
I also had a Bradley shell, but in Poland they were like, you can't take that on the plane. It was
Lamb.
spent Bradley.
Of
Casey.
all people, the Polish told you not to. It's because they wanted it for themselves. They were going to reload it.
Exactly.
They should be like, no, go tell the world. Like,
Yeah.
it's Russia. By the way, the press stuff, is that something you more like choose to do, or does somebody basically tell you like you need to wear this? Like it is actually important. I don't know.
When I was there, I didn't wear the press thing just because they target press. So
that's what I was wondering.
The black. But I mean, and to be fair, like the Ukrainians also target the Russian press. So
it's actually a negative.
Is what it is.
Those, you feel like.
Yeah.
I
wear the black because that differentiates. I don't want to go there looking like a soldier, and I want the Ukrainians to be able, if they need to know where I am, they can identify me. But it's less so about like Russia. It is what it is.
Crazy. Yeah, he goes out, you guys, and we'll go out there and report from front lines and all kinds of crazy areas. So yeah, definitely check it out. All right. Let's see. I forgot where I left off. How does the panel feel about real-time history and the Great War channel? I think it means Indy Nidell on the show would be amazing. Yeah, do you guys Great War, it's something it's cool. I like to watch it on my own. I don't really do reaction content because it's so like individualized. But I don't know if you guys know that. Like they do. Okay, so it's pretty cool. So like he did all of World War II. It was a week of history for every video of the entire war. It took him years.
Yeah, didn't he just recently wrap that up? I remember watching that. I watch a ton of YouTube. Like that's what I do with my spare time when I'm not making YouTube videos. So he was one of the first guys that like I remember watching was the Great War channel.
It was such an endeavor. Yeah, it'd be like a 20-minute video, and it's just a week of history. So if you want, again, hundreds and hundreds of hours, probably the most detailed thing you can get of World War II. Yeah, the Great War. So he did that for World War One. I think they're doing Korea War right now, right?
That's
but did you
insane.
World War One? Did you World War One
heard
and
of
World
that.
War II? Because Great War would be World War One. But anyway,
I think
it's really.
They have
cool.
another channel where they covered the other, or am I maybe mixing
Time
up?
Ghost? Time Ghost?
I think they have one for the Cold War too.
Yeah,
Cold War. Yeah, it's great to if you want to get really detailed. But yeah, like every week has a whole episode, and you just the entire war, years and years. It's nuts. But yeah, very cool. Yeah, Indy's a cool dude. I've never met him, but like he seems like he's a cool dude. All right, have you all seen? Oh, here we go, Chris. Have you ever seen Cappy's Ukrainian location videos? How do you think they turned out? I saw them. I think they're fantastic. So
we have one that's on Pepperbox right now that is going. It's up there early if you want to check it out, but it's going live on YouTube tomorrow morning or afternoon. Okay. About I met with the Americans that are fighting for Ukraine, the Foreign Legion there. So if you want to see that, that's coming out tomorrow. It's the last of the Ukraine episodes.
That's just dudes that just were like, I want to go out there. Like,
yeah, I met one guy that was a Fallujah veteran.
What are
crazy? Yeah, some Fallujah? Of them. One of the guys that I talked to was a veteran of Fallujah who was, the reason he gave was that like he felt as though his participation in the war in Iraq was not a good thing, and then that now he feels like he's fighting for a just war. And then I think other people it's about money, and other people it's about just like adventure. So it runs the gamut.
That's nuts. You guys didn't, Nick and Ethan, you didn't show up. I mean, you got a bunch of guns in the back there. You didn't go show up to the Ukrainian war. You just wanted to go see some action. Oh gosh,
I'm good.
I'm
good.
I invited you guys. I asked why.
I'm an air defender.
No, I mean to go fight. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And being an air defender means sort of. I'm a really smart cow.
Ethan's also still active duty, so that might have been an international level fucking problem.
All right, Ava Cloud, thank you. Let's see. President Blast, we need to give the TFE the win. He thought it was golf score.
This is true.
Yeah, you were how much under par? That was it was
all the way.
Nick, we should do a spin-off on one of our episodes of Habitually Fat, and we'll just go drunk golf. I'm not good at it. Oh yeah.
I love the name of the pod. Like that's just perfect. Habitually Fat. I love it.
So much fun.
It's so good. TV, have you seen Patrick O'Kelly video from my daughter's video? I don't know. Guy seems like he has some stories.
I have not.
I do not. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Yee. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Nick and Ethan, how about a trip to Wright-Patterson? The Air Museum is awesome and worth the trip. Okay.
Everything is on the table currently.
Everything. There are a few things. So I think the way that we're going to do this, and Nick and I suggested this, is I picked the last one, which was the Air Defense Artillery Training Support Facility. Had a blast in there. You learned a lot of new stuff. I'd seen that brief a couple of times, so not new to me. And then I'm like, he'll pick the next one, and then I'll pick the one after that, and back and forth. So I think that should be a good way to do it.
Fun. Thank you. That's awesome. Oh, wow. Chris Kane, thank you so much. All right. $50. That's super generous. Would Grandpa Buff evict the middle ace?
I gotta be able to hear myself for this.
Please.
Listen, I don't get to go do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. So you tell Uncle Sam, go to the voting booth, call up the White House and be like, look, let's just delete these people, and I'll go do it. That's all I need to do.
There we go. Sorry.
I love the voice. It's so good. It's so fun. Is that your favorite character?
Yes, it's
okay.
And it's strange because I've created this character, and I mean, ultimately I've monetized multiple personality disorder, but he gets to say all the things that like I can't. Like if I said some of the things Grandpa Buff said just as myself, people would get really upset. But like I'll think of a line and I'm like, I can't get away with that, but Grandpa Buff can. And like I just let him send it. It's so much fun. It's great.
Yeah. It's like Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface. It's not me. I'm acting.
Yeah. I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
The art.
Yeah.
But thanks again, Chris. That was very Chris Kane. Thank you. That was very, very generous of you. Teabag in the face. What a TFE. Will Drunk Nico make an appearance on Pepperbox?
Probably in an unsub episode again, I'm sure.
Okay. Awesome. Blob. Speaking of New Jersey, you visit the USS New Jersey.
That would be
That's
dope.
the new submarine, right?
Mm-mm.
Am I wrong?
They're probably talking about the battleship.
The USS New Jersey is the most decorated
museum
battleship
there. Yeah.
in the United States.
And it's got a pretty good YouTube channel. The historian on board like goes through all kinds of history stuff. So that's probably be a good collab. So yeah, it's on the short list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Blob. All right, Aaron, as a pilot trainee in Arizona, I see F-35s all the time. When is HLC going to make a trip down to Luke and or the Pima Air Museum? That'd be cool.
Everything's on the table. Still working on getting out of the military right now. I did have someone reach out to me, and I don't know if I'll have time to do it before I leave Oklahoma, but he works for a certain unnamed. Well, fuck, I guess I gotta say it. Lockheed, and wants to take me down to the F-35 production line. Like,
cool.
He's like, you can't film, but you can go through it. I'm like, that's fine. I'm good with that.
That's
totally fine.
Sweet. Thanks, Aaron. All right, Fixer. Most overlooked mass murderer in history? I personally feel either Nikolai the Bloody Dwarf Yesov or Levrin T. Beria. I don't know those. Didn't know they existed until I watched Bill Whittle's An Empire of Terror. Most overlooked. So we're not talking like military genocides. Is that what
I was about to say? Mao.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Or are we talking like Jack the Ripper, like kind of?
I don't know, but that does remind me of one of my favorite memes where it's like, if you ever feel like you're not accomplishing anything, just remember Vlad never impaled anybody until he was 35. You've still got time.
Then it was over after that. This guy, probably not say his name, but he does say that.
I'm sorry, I saw the name in the picture. I can't. Okay. I can't right now. Holy shit!
Whoa!
I need to go find my Bible. I'm gonna go pray.
Oh,
dude,
boy.
I can't. Nick, are you gonna make it?
I'm good.
Oh my!
Oh my
Nick's
god!
Okay. Nick's okay. Admiral Kincaid of Taffy, 3 out of, I think that's Israel, right? Thank you so much, Benjamin. Thank you so much. All right, HLC Andrew Jackson also let the banking charter for the First Bank of America lapse. Yeah, if you hate banks, he's your guy, right?
I wish the government would stop bailing them out.
Thank you so much, Navasa. All right, Benjamin again. Nick, surprised you haven't done Thomas Kincaid, the CDR of Taffy 3.
Taffy 3 scares me. There's so much going on. Like when I do that video, I need to hire an animator just to like map out where all the boats are. Cause you know, there's the Taffy 3 task force going up against the entire gigantic Japanese naval detachment. So like, it's so complicated. I feel like if I just talked through it, people would get lost. So like, I need to find an animator for visual aid as I work through that battle.
Nah, do what I do. Whiteboard. You'll be fine.
Right.
I know if you're ever looking for an animator, I know a ton if you want.
Okay. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Benjamin, thank you. You had a couple. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well,
All right, let's see what we got.
What's that
left.
little squiggly symbol next to his 1790?
I'm thinking is that Israeli money? I'm wondering if that's Israel.
Could be.
Kind of just thinking from his name, his flag, and the symbol.
Yeah, what's
pretty
the
cool looking.
exchange rate on that?
Yeah, I don't know, but very cool. Thank you very much. All right, Seth Archibald, thank you so much. $15. You guys should do overrated or underrated presidents of the U.S. Okay, we heard
Yeah,
Nick.
that was the symbol for shekel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh.
The shekel. I've been paid in shekels. I appreciate that. I think Eisenhower a little underrated. I don't know. Or rate. I mean, rated.
I'm gonna go with Truman underrated.
Okay.
Ooh.
Be controversial.
Okay.
I was gonna have a hot take and say Bush Jr. underrated.
Underrated. Huh?
Some would say overrated. I think under. I really do.
Depending on when you ask
Now
that
watch
question.
this drive.
Yeah, like the man, like okay, he wasn't a politician, wasn't a public speaker, but like at least he knew enough to be like, I don't know how to fight wars, but we should like kick these guys' ass and like let his generals and everybody just run it. So,
Any other thoughts? All right, so we had. I'm gonna put in there. We're going with Truman, Eisenhower. Wait, who else do we have with Truman, Eisenhower? I'm putting the Poland. So the
for
Jack
underrated,
under
yeah, Bush Jr.
Bush Jr.
I'll swing for the fence.
Chris,
on
you
that
got one?
Underrated. For underrated
president.
Definitely Clinton. He wasn't so bad, and
That's fair.
he didn't. Yeah,
People love like, whoa, there was a time when there was a balanced budget. And people are becoming more and more like interested in that kind of thing.
I got real good at balancing that budget when there was a certain intern balancing on me. I'm sorry, I can't.
Is that what you're gonna say?
He did not have sexual relations with that woman. Ooh, an overrated president. I mean, obviously Nick's going with FDR.
Can I get beef for saying Lincoln? For no reason, for no Civil War related reasons, but everything we remember about him was about the war. And largely when I would want to know what a peacetime Lincoln was like to fully.
Well, he was honest.
He was honest.
Yeah.
He's a vampire hunter.
Yeah.
And a very good wrestler.
Yeah, apparently. Overrated president.
Yeah. Overrated.
Obviously, it's FDR.
Okay. Yeah, you had FDR. Yeah. I know I meant Lincoln he's in S tier, but I want to know
Obama.
Lincoln at peacetime.
I was actually going to say that.
Let's be real. Obama's pretty overrated.
Okay.
Drew some red lines that he didn't enforce. But I'm going too
great
modern.
Public speaker.
Going too modern.
I was like, great public speaker, though. Phenomenal public speaker. He could tell you that the sky is falling and you'd look forward to the show. Like, it's a great public speaker.
At an era where we have learned how speaking in your public presence it'll win you. It'll carry you very, very far.
Yeah. Or you could just,
we love it.
Talk shit like our current president does. Just, just make fun of everybody you don't like.
Like that.
Anyway. See. Overrated, man. That's gonna.
Some of the ones in chat. I'm seeing JFK.
For overrated, I'll go with Biden.
Ooh.
You want to go modern?
Probably at his Oh, you're saying, I guess we were saying overrated at the time where he's probably seen the worst he possibly could.
Yeah.
When he was president. I mean, I'm gonna go off terms.
Yeah. I know there's recency bias. We talk about this in my community sometimes.
This is true.
Yeah. Because we actually lived through it. Anyway, all right, let's move on though. But those are goods. I did put an overrated poll. Underrated. Sorry, but an underrated poll. Eisenhower is winning. So my pick is winning. Okay. All right. Nick you should just be Grandpa Buff. Nick.
Should.
The embodiment. Is that going to be you at an older age? Just
dude, that's me now.
It's me.
Yeah. He's not wrong. Like, yeah.
U.S. ignored Israeli attack on the USS Liberty in 1967. Why?
Because $1 million question.
No comment.
$1 million question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with
Technically, they claimed it was an accident.
Yeah. Gappers, thank you so much.
Right.
$50. That's super generous. Can all four of you say something slightly wrong about?
He's doing this on. I just want you guys to know this is coming from a certain position. So Gappers is one of my regulars. He comes in my live stream and stuff. So one of my mods, Weapons, he worked with Weapons on the A10. He like loaded them and like he maintained A10s and stuff like that. So he knows a lot about aviation, and he was also a teacher. So very, very well-educated man. And every time I say something wrong, like I was on the unsub one time and I said AIM 9 Hellfire, and the Hellfire is an AGM 114, and he about had a heart attack. So Gappers is getting us to just set Weapons off, and that's what he wants to happen. And I'm okay with this. I'm totally fine with this.
Like my favorite fighter jet is an F-18 Eagle. Like that?
Yeah.
The SR-71.
Am I doing this right?
Only slightly wrong. The SR-71 was made out of pizza ovens.
Heck yeah.
You know, the A10, it fires oh my God, I almost said something stupid. Like stupider than that. It fires a 9mm, just so you guys know. 9mm. That's what comes out the end of an A10.
All right, Chris, thanks for being a new member. General Beefroth, Fat Electrician is the reason I'm drinking in barracks right now.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Barracks drinking just hits different. There's no in between. Either barracks drinking is like you're partying with the boys and it's a rager, or
it's really sad.
It's really, really sad. Like,
okay. You drink for different reasons. So it's
those are the only two reasons I've ever seen.
I hope he's having a rager right now.
Yes.
But it sounds like it's the other one.
I hope so. I mean, it's a Thursday night, probably gonna depend where you're at. I mean, you got work in the morning, all that kind of stuff. We'll see. Connor, $2. Thanks you. TFE and HLC. When is the next episode of Kinda Consensual? What?
It should be soon. We filmed it like a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Did they release the last one? We filmed before the first SHOT Show?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Mega Boss, Moboss. Again, thank you. Here I go listening to Dan Carlin again and his World War I series. Thanks, guys. I need to get back into Dan Carlin stuff. It's been a long time.
The Ostfront?
Yes, I need to.
Or was that? Sorry, that's World War II.
That's World War II, but still, I need to.
I'm just sitting back and looking fat on this camera. I'm here for it.
You can all do it except Chris. Chris is,
Yeah, Chris actually has an Adam's apple, unlike the rest of us. It's hidden under my rolls.
This is true.
Yeah.
New Year's resolution. It's not too early or not too late. As a fellow Nick, nice. I salute you, TFE. Thank you, General. Let's do it. Vastly, thank you. 45th Infantry Division Museum here in Oklahoma is stuff that we, quote, strategically transferred to an alternate location, aka steal, right? From the H-Man himself. Nice.
Really? The Mad Mustache Man, I'm assuming. The Charlie Chaplin, remake.
Yeah. It took a lot of his stuff, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vasily. President. Oh, wait. HLC, what's the name of the Patriot song in the recent video on Pepperbox?
So it's called Blazing Skies. It was just some guy on Twitter made it in AI, and the link is in the description. Like if you click on the description of the video, I dropped the link in there, so you guys can go listen to it. It's just awesome. Blazing Skies. I've been wanting. So the story behind that is, I'm a huge Sabaton fan. I don't know, Mr. Terry, do you? Okay,
hey,
all right.
Okay, wait. Okay, you said you didn't know who Indy Nidell was, right?
Yes.
Indy Nidell does the Sabaton history videos. So like he'll make videos of the Sabaton songs.
Oh.
And like what the story is behind them. Also, did you see the music video for Seven Pillars of Wisdom?
I have not.
So they have like an actual one, like a video they filmed. Indy Nidell, if you watch that, he's the guy who actually plays T.E. Lawrence, just so you know. So you probably have seen Indy before, but anyway. Yep.
So I'm a huge Sabaton fan, and obviously you can submit songs for Sabaton. And Air Defenders, we've been kind of forgotten about. Like they stick us on air bases and we watch the skies. So I thought it'd be kind of cool. So brevity for us is like when enemy missiles are coming in, we call across the radio Blazing Skies. And I think that's a really cool name for a metal song. And I was like, you could talk about Patriot in the first Gulf War, or even in 2003, because it's over 20 years ago now. And you could have one named Blazing Skies, and the guy made it. And so I thought that was kind of cool. And I used it in my most recent video on Pepperbox.
Video for No Bullets Fly. That was a really good one.
That
was a great one, too. That was animated. That was fun. Yeah, those guys are awesome. I need them to get another American tour going, a headlining tour.
I would love to go to that.
Went to one right before COVID. That was the first one. And then I didn't go. They did that tour with, they opened for, who was that? The British 80s rock band. I forgot.
I'm telling you, the guy's got it right. You don't have to be fit. You just have to wear a vest that has metal plates that look like you have a six-pack. That's the trick.
Works. It works.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's all it is.
Start doing that. All right. But yeah, guys, let's see. Okay, so we are almost done. Aaron's there. I'm going to have yours be the last so I can let these guys.
Sweet. My dog has surgery in the morning, so I got to take care of that.
Who does?
My dog.
Oh.
That's okay. He's an old boy. They're just taking off a growth on his leg and on his chest, and then they're doing a teeth cleaning. So
I'm sorry.
All right.
Hope that's okay to him. What's his name?
His name is Knox.
Knox. All right.
Yeah.
Good vibes in the chat for Knox. Okay. All right. Let's go with where are we at? V-Man. Thank you for $2. What's the oldest executive mansion in the Americas? What does that mean? Mansions.
I would guess the Joint Chiefs Mansion, maybe.
Is that it? Is that what that's talking about? I just thought maybe some rich people. I did watch the video, like the real estate one on like I think it's the Vanderbilts.
I feel like there's some real old ones in Louisiana.
Ooh, like old like plantation ones.
Yeah, like plantation style mansions.
Right. I don't know. I do kind of like real estate YouTube a little bit. I don't know. Do you guys ever catch yourself watching like, check out this crazy house in this?
Oh, I mean, well, sometimes like on Reels, but mostly I just I look at things on the internet that I could never afford.
Yeah,
I do that a lot. Yeah,
you get your fill right there.
Yeah.
General Beefroth says, pretty sure Lavrenti Beria was Minister of the Interior for the Soviet Union. Oh, he was talking about the mass murder. This guy did that and was the Minister of the Interior for Soviet Union.
Makes
Color
sense.
us unsurprised. I don't know.
All right, chat. Where is the location of the Amber Room? Where is it really?
Okay, let's hear it, chat.
I mean, if they tell you where it is, that's more money than God. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay.
Do you know what the Amber Room is? I'm not being a smart.
I don't.
So if the Amber Room was a room gifted to the Soviet Union way back when. The whole room is like coated in amber.
Mine now. Yep.
And then Nazi Germany invaded and they like took it down and they made like a fake one now, but like all the real original stuff from the Amber Room is missing.
Forgot about that. Well, then they got their stuff taken. So.
Oh yeah.
So it probably ends up in the United States now.
Probably. We got it somewhere.
Y'all planning on checking out the USS Wisconsin? Thank you.
The whiskey? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Where's that at right now? Or where's that at? Remember?
Is it Virginia?
That's the Mighty Mao.
Yeah. No, the whiskey just got recently, like within the last, 10, 15 years, got decommissioned. And I want to say it's in Norfolk Naval Shipyard. I could be wrong.
Ryan, thanks for $1. Thank you so much. The largest mass court martial of the Korean War.
idea.
I have no clue.
Question for us: largest mass court martial of the Korean. I have no idea.
I didn't even know there was a mass.
I didn't know they were doing those, like handing those out. But, geez, V-Man, thank you. Another person did want to put Biden for overrated president. I do warn of recency bias, just as a kind of a historian, communicator, learner. Pass it on. All right, awesome. Spectral Maniac, $20. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've mostly had the stream on in the background, and since my name is also Ethan, I've done a little double take every time Mr. Terry is called HLC by name. You guys are awesome. This has been really fun and informative.
I will tell you, usually when teachers were calling my name, it's because I was doing something stupid in the classroom.
I wasn't, because you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Have the right answer? You know?
No, I was not a good student.
Oh. I was a pain sometimes. But I don't know.
I feel like I had to learn
like junior high, like
yeah.
elementary school. Oh, I was the worst.
Oh yeah, I was a hellion.
And I'm a teacher, so like I see those kids and I'm like, that was me. I was an idiot, wasn't I? But
they think they're so cool.
They do. Thank you though, Spectral Maniac, $20. Very, very considerate of you. I really appreciate that. Aaron, it's a TFE and HLC, former Intel junkie, an AFROTC guy, now doing commercial pilot shit in Arizona. Would love to help show you guys the Pima Air Museum in Arizona if you ever make the trek south. And Luke might let you come.
I will not be too far from Arizona when I'm out of the military.
Good stuff.
I'll be right next door in New Mexico.
How much longer you got?
I should be out this year. Now that my med board is starting, I'll be out this year. So
then what's the plan?
Just
Chill?
social media. Yeah. I'm very excited. My main plan is that I'm never going to watch the sunrise ever again. I've watched it every day for 16 years.
You're like, good. Sleep in.
Yeah. It's lost its
just
unless I'm still drinking from the night before, then I'll watch it come out.
Awesome. All right, wrapping up. There's just about 3 or 4 more here. If y'all Assassin's Creed fans, what historical figures are you hoping to see in AC Shadows? So Shadows is, oh my gosh, what's it covering again? What's the time period?
I don't know when
Japan, I think
it's Japan. And what year?
I think it's a trick question because there's some there's some
I know
controversy.
there was the drama, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like the one guy that was a former slave that it's about, and then it's also as a woman. So
well, I mean, regardless of any opinion, Black Flag is still the best Assassin's Creed that's ever been made.
Okay, hot take. That's my least favorite Assassin's Creed.
All right, well, Mr. Terry, we're just not going to talk to each other anymore.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's my justification. I think it's a good pirate game, but not as an Assassin's Creed game. And maybe that's because I love the urban exploration stuff. The pirate stuff was fun. That's why I say good pirate game. But if I put it alongside the Assassin's Creed, then I don't know. Assassin's Creed 2 is my favorite. I love Odyssey.
Ezio's always the
goat.
Yeah.
So the Ezio series is top, and I do like the French Revolution.
2 is the
you
best.
A gamer, Nick? I don't even know if you're a gamer, Nick.
Not really. I mean, a little bit. I used to when I was in like high school. Now I just play League and Mobile Risk.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit of a gamer. I think my library on Steam is like 113 games or something.
I've been called a gamer.
It's awesome. Any of you guys play Helldivers?
Yes, once in a while. Okay. Once in a great while.
Once in a while. That's a really fun game.
Mostly with my siblings. Like we'll all drink and like we're all over the planet.
Okay.
So.
That's one that because it is kind of funny and hilarious. Also, that would make a good stream game if you guys ever want to play.
It's a great one because you can just jump in and play for like 10 minutes, and then you don't have to. It's not a big time investment.
No, there's no like lore you have to really know. You just hop in, blow up some robots, and then
get out.
Get on your.
I fight the bugs. I like fighting the bugs. I hate the robots.
They're obnoxious.
I like the democracy aspect to it. Just spread democracy.
Just the I don't know, future fascism of Earth or whatever it's going to be. So
managed democracy.
Yes. All right, last ones. Here we'll go super quick. Yeah. So Amber Room remnants are in the Kremlin, but you're saying it's not the like OG stuff.
Yeah. So they like remake. You can like go, I guess, if you wanted to go to the Kremlin, and it looks like the Amber Room, but it's not like the original stuff.
Yeah. And then just super quick, Death of Stalin. That's a funny movie. That's, have you guys seen that?
I have not seen
What's the
that. I
story?
need to.
I've not.
It's pretty funny. If it's your kind of humor, it depends. You'll like it, or it'll just be.
Is it Inglorious Bastard style humor? Because I did enjoy that.
Kinda.
Death of Stalin is a great movie. Hell yeah.
Chris, would you say it's that kind of humor, like Inglorious Bastards? I don't know.
No, Death of Stalin is more like a really heavy satire, making fun of
it's
communism.
super satirical.
Oh,
I'm
It's
in.
about like Stalin dies, and it's all the other. They're all like idiots, pretty much, and
Kind of
they're
like a farce.
figuring out what to do now that Stalin's dead.
It's a
you know?
thick satire.
Yeah, great cast. It's got
I was surprised it got made. It's very different than what stuff that comes
those
out.
guys had.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got some good vibes for Knox coming in. All right. So Phoenix donating. Yes, Knox is a good boy. He deserves a Protocol 4.
so Protocol. I don't know if you're a Titanfall fan. Protocol 1 is uphold the mission. Protocol 2, I can't remember what it is, and Protocol 3 is protect the pilot. Like it's a Titanfall thing, and it's if you've never played Mr. Terry, if you've never played Titanfall 2,
I didn't really play the second one, but I loved the first one. But I know the second one was really good.
The second one, best campaign, hands down, one of the best campaigns of any game I've ever played in my entire life.
That's what I keep hearing.
And Protocol 3. So Protocol 4 is I always when I stream, I have another camera over there pointing at dog beds, and then I have treats right here. And the dogs are not in here right now; they're downstairs just chilling. So that's Protocol 4.
All right. Okay. Last two here. The boots, $10. Thank you. What was the first reduced visibility aircraft in the world? Here's a hint. It flew in 1945, but wasn't known to be stealth until 2008. What are we defining as reduced visibility?
What are you defining as stealth?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like,
Well, nowadays the United States defines stealth as reduction in radar cross section by.
Yeah, I know, but like the Nazis were doing like some crazy stuff with like charcoal and shit that apparently absorbs radar. So like,
oh really?
There's this like Nazi version of the B-2 that people claim is the first stealth fighter, but it's really not. I mean, I would argue the first stealth plane in like operation would be the de Havilland Mosquito, but I mean, there's no actual stealth technology. It just kind of worked out that way.
I was going to say the Messerschmitt 262, like the
Try
first
to
jet aircraft,
see
but
if
they
responded.
flew before 1945. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then V-Man, another $5. The answers to both of my questions. Number one, for Tesla in Old San Juan, PR 1540, and 2, the all Hispanic 90% Puerto Rican 65th Infantry Regiment. I'm trying to remember which questions he was asking earlier. Oh, largest. Because he was the one that was doing the largest court martial. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Protocol 2, uphold the mission. Thank you. Is it trash day? Does that refer to? I don't know.
Yeah, it refers to Franklin, one of my characters.
Oh, okay.
The raccoon. He's like I guess, an oracle type thing.
We'll let this one be the last. All right. Late love all y'all. Reagan for underrated. He gets all of the heck FDR deserved for his mistakes. Less of the love, but party lines, but still. All right. Okay, everybody, thanks for hanging out tonight. And thanks to my guests for staying over more than I thought. I really, really appreciate you guys hanging out. These guys were awesome. Let's check out all their channels. Okay, if you don't know and you're crazy, Fat Electrician, he covers so many things in a very humorous manner. And holy cow, Habitual Linecrosser, I've just come across his stuff in the last month or so, but it is also incredibly funny. Chris's stuff it's serious though. I mean, I know you don't have the jokes they do, but if you want to see some awesome actual coverage, frontline stuff, check out Task and Purpose. So you guys do cover news on your website. And what else is going on with Task and Purpose?
Oh, there's a bunch coming up in the next month and a half. So people, I'm excited to be announcing some stuff soon.
Cool. Anybody else? Any else? Got anybody or got anything you're working on? Anything you want to plug? What's going on? Nothing.
I mean, yeah, just the exclusives on Pepperbox. Me and Ethan got a podcast on there called Kind of Consensual.
Awesome.
We've got our history show, Habitually Fat. I've got a gun YouTube channel with Pew View Trick Shot Guy called Fat Pews, and then I think
Fat File's still killing it. All right.
I got Fat Files here, and then I think me and Veteran with the Sign Zach are launching a new podcast that'll be on Pepperbox and YouTube called Underwhelming. So
Awesome.
should all be good.
I'm just trying to get out of the military. That's it. That's all I got going for me.
And survive the year, and then have an awesome 2026. Is that the plan?
Fingers crossed.
Okay. All right, everybody. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sign off. I don't know exactly when the next episode is going to be. I was going to have Drew Durnall on recently. He unfortunately lives in Southern California, and unfortunately, things didn't go too well for his area around there. So he's all good, but I know stuff messed up with that. But we only have about one more episode for the first round here, and we're going to be inviting also some people back, but we're going to make this a tournament format. And yeah, Chris, you qualify for round 2, by the way. You get the invite, yes. And it's going to get tough for each one. We got the historians coming back. It's going to be great. So I liked your strategy, though, because it worked. This is
true.
You click on the stuff and you win. And I mean, you let the others, I guess.
It's not about winning, it's about not losing.
All right, guys. Okay, we'll end it here. Everyone have a great night, and we'll see you soon.